like I used to be top tier and now I am top tier. Like everybody's saying Ken is the best these days, at least the best Shoto. And Akuma has definitely fallen out of favor for a lot of folks.
Yeah, no, that is 1000% true. Ken is insane this season. Just has pretty much everything that you could want with the character going for the character. I'm sure that everybody could find, a couple more buffs that they can squeeze out of the stone, but do they need it? Probably not. We know that they're going to get nerfed heading into Street Fighter 6 because now they're homeless. They can't keep up the diet that they're used to. Like, they're living out of a cardboard box. We get it. It's fine. She took the kids. But Akuma, on the other hand, in Street Fighter 5 at least, has definitely fallen down, the tier list.
Ooh, okay. The 3-piece. Now, I do want to ask, is this a little adjustment we have, or did they actually pick the stage?
This is probably random stage, honestly.
Ooh.
But it looks kind of nice.
No, I love this. I love the stage. I'm just hoping that things are running well for our friends here. But MrMostafles making it work anyway. Running into some roundhouses though. Getting anti-aired.
Nice anti-air. Forces out the V shift. Oh man, we got stomps.
Ooh, nice bait, but unfortunately doesn't punish the activation. That being said, we're getting a little silly with the V trigger here. Gets the overhead. Gets for game.
It's gone immediately. That was so fast. But I guess that's just the inherent process of, V-Trigger 2 skill to Akuma.
Oh, he tried to use the V-shift again, and that is one thing I have noticed a lot. Mostafles, if it's a spaghetti situation, he's trying to get all that off the floor immediately with that V-shift, and unfortunately, Igotdembombs calling it out immediately.
Yeah, now was that first Tatsu, the one on block, was that not punishable?
The first Tatsu on block? No, because it was V-Trigger 1.
Okay.
So it's enhanced to be -2.
Okay. Hence the throw situation. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So another great start coming in here for Igotdembombs.
Ooh, no punish.
Does keep that stun bar relatively high throughout the entire round, but that's going to connect.
Gets the side switch, V shift to -2. Nice anti-air there from Igotdembombs.
Oh, eating the trade after costing the trigger. You hate to see that from Mostafles. But they're able to get a nice little link here. Spends a little bit of cash.
Yeah, not the full thing, though. Has a little bit of V-trigger bar left. Tries to make the mix-up with the demon flip. But Igotdembombs, just old faithful. Crouch heavy punch. Makes it work.
Yeah, showing a lot of practice in this matchup, right? Like, we used to see Akumas go for these demon flip dives all the time that, largely went unpunished and, let loose for free. But we're seeing here that, Bombs is ready for him. Not even, resorting to like a DP for potential, but that is, I don't know if that was just crazy telegraphed or if they were just ready for it.
I mean, making the guess, Mostafles gonna throw out V skill 2. That's not the hardest read in the world, but it was still a pretty darn good read. Mostafles getting the activation and then the back throw now. Getting a little bit of a counter hit, but no conversion. Tries to back off, tries to bait the DP, but unfortunately falls for the slide. Thankfully gets another activation there. Nice shimmy.
Nice little shimmy.
That should be dead. No! Oh my god, he might be dead. No, thank god. Okay.
One more touch is all it's going to take, but even still, I hate to see it drop, and that could potentially... Yikes. I was gonna say, I think this shows a little bit of unfamiliarity with that V trigger too, right? Like it's largely not the traditional trigger that you see from Akuma. So
I gotta give Mostafles credit there though. He is like using V trigger 2 all day, every day. I think it was just maybe the slight just chance that didn't work in the corner was incredibly rare.
It does set up another potential round win here coming in, but get the hit. Gets the knockdown too.
From downtown.
Staying alive for a little bit longer here. MrMostafles is able to close it out with that overhead. And I do like the sequence where they do purple fireball, red fireball into overhead. It seems to be working a lot for them.
Sometimes, yeah, as long as Igotdembombs isn't able to anti-air. But even then, it's so costly, and it's one of the reasons I'm not a particular fan. This would be a nice card here. I don't particularly love V-Trigger 2. I feel like it costs so much and it gains so little. But like Mostafles definitely tries to make it work. This should be a punish and the stun.
Still negative? Holy.
Oh, that's punishable. Oh no!
Oh, wait, but hold on.
Oh,
do we
my
have
God.
more? How much do we got?
That should be dead. Yeah, easy peasy. Okay, well, you know what? At the end of the day, it's about who actually lands the killing blow, and unfortunately, Igotdembombs drops the last combo that he needs and gives MrMostafles game number 2.
Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes that's just the way it be. But you know, up until that exact moment, Igotdembombs was definitely looking incredibly strong. Was potentially looking like they were just simply going to run away with it. Because even the round win that MrMostafles had was a little shaky, right? Like it was almost a last touch situation. So for them to, you know, be able to survive thanks to an unfortunate mistake coming from the Igotdembombs, they're definitely, they should be thanking them a little bit. Oh, that's a nice pickup though.
Yeah, he's been playing a little better at the footsies round, especially knowing that Igotdembombs loves to throw out these big counter poke or jump-ins. Like Igotdembombs is always trying to land on black. Unfortunately, right now, got his hit, makes a trade. MrMostafles is going to look for an activation here.
Yeah, and that's something that they've gotten off quite a few times, but will they be given the chance this time is another question. Goes to the Demon Flip on block here. Oh, that actually hits!
No cancel!
That's that cancel you were just talking about, and it literally eats all of the trigger. You're going to be able to get the crouching light to close out the round, but they didn't have a lot left in the tank.
No, they don't. I mean, to be fair, Akuma, you're always running a little bit on low, and that's one of the scary parts is that Igotdembombs, because they're often swinging these big hits, you can't afford to take any of them. Thankfully, MrMostafles is having a little bit of a better read in terms of his jump-ins and in terms of his neutral play. Nice walk under.
Yes, the corner combo as well. Gonna pick it up again. I'm actually loving the usage of this V skill too, coming in from MrMostafles.
It dropped. It dropped because he was crouching. Very unfortunate. Wow, the run in.
That happens. Doesn't get a launcher there or counter hit like they were potentially expecting, but this should be enough. Yeah.
Going out with style. MrMostafles is going to move on in winner's side, taking it 2-1 in the set. You know, some nice adjustments, making themselves less vulnerable to the kind of volatile game plan that Igotdembombs is going for. But at the same time, that's the opposite end of the spectrum there, where we're like, Space Boy, pick a damn character, man.
Yeah, like Space Boy's coming into East Coast Throwdown, like I'm only gonna play 3 characters, and we're like, good.
But then his protein bar melts on the PS4, and he's like, ah, man, forget this. Like, and I can't blame him. I want my protein bar too. But anyway,
those costumes are kind of sick, not gonna lie. But no, we actually have ElderGoose playing Rose, and this is super fun for me because I've been seeing a little bit more Rose play. People are saying that she's actually pretty good this season with the latest patches. Whereas, you know, SuperCptKuma, you know, obviously rocking the Seth, another fairly strong character. I don't think this is the strongest they've been in Street Fighter V. I do think they were a little bit stronger before.
Absolutely.
But they're still pretty good.
Yeah, no, the biggest thing was their throw game got nerfed, but the neutral is still strong. And right now, we're seeing good throw back and forth here. Nothing particularly defining in terms of damage, but like, yeah, you can see SuperCptKuma essentially using the dive kick to really throw off ElderGoose's sense of neutral control. But they're still trying with some counter pokes here and there, using the V reversal to get them away from that situation.
Yeah, I mean, by using a lot of these, you know, jump axe kicks and things like that, it's really preventing. Oh, that was grimy. Yeah. Gonna be able to get the nice corner combo go. I was gonna say it's interrupting the V skill 1 usage from ElderGoose. We've seen 1 so far, but outside of that, just there's too much activity coming in from SuperCptKuma.
Yeah. I mean, one of Rose's best traits is that if you give her too much space, she can set up a lot of pressure, and her damage is pretty respectable. And when you're a character like Seth, who doesn't have a lot of health, that can get out of hand quickly. Thankfully, Kuma has been good about just staying on top of ElderGoose, not letting them get a chance to get started. Wow, being greedy with that EXDP, and it pays off dividends.
Oh, wow. ElderGoose just getting clipped overhead as well for the stun. Going to be able to close out game 1. SuperCptKuma. This Seth is looking really strong.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that ElderGoose is having trouble keeping up with the pace, essentially. Kuma is just being super aggressive between the dive kicks, the forward medium punches, and unfortunately, they're not able to keep up easily. It's a big task to take, but if they're going to win, they're going to have to control Kuma.
And a lot of that starts with dealing with the axe kick, which seems to be a bit of a struggle, bit of a standoff coming through here. But
Yeah,
I mean, like, once the I was gonna say once the ground game gets going here for Goose, you know, it's pretty strong. If they can just keep SuperCptKuma grounded, they might have a shot at this.
Now they have to deal with this activation. Can't be reversal that. Thankfully, just outside of its range, that was the perfect placement. Ooh, that could have comboed, but Kuma wasn't ready for it. Tries for another jump in, allows ElderGoose to get another orb up, and this is where the slow approach begins. I love the slow walk.
Yeah, I do like the air fireball attempt too, just to try and lock him down from up backing. Oh, but the jump light comes through, big damage. Next setup will kill.
God. In olden days, that dash up after forward throw would have been -2, and that would have been guess for game, essentially. Just guess through. Tick throw or not.
For the teleports. Oh, that was sick. Gets the air to air right above the ground.
All right, that's ElderGoose's first round, which is good. And we've seen Captain Koopa drop a lot of these dive kicks, which is unfortunate, including that dive kick. Nice damage.
Yep. Looks like we're going to be getting another great start here for Goose. We're going to end up with the stun. We will get the player names up in just a second, chat. I know that you guys can technically see them, but we'll get those on the overlay in just a second. And that is a nice round win, game win coming in there for ElderGoose.
All right, so one apiece so far. The momentum with ElderGoose is in a good spot. Not only is he anti-airing better, but Captain Kuma's dive kicks have been notably less consistent in that last game. So if things keep going this way, it should be ElderGoose's game.
Yeah, I mean, we'll hopefully see a little bit of an adjustment come out from SuperCptKuma. That's a great crush counter coming in. Even gets the counter hit on wake up too. This is yet again another strong start.
That's done.
And you have to watch the toes, right? Like you cannot just be letting Rose slide in on you like that.
I love the setup here. Tries to get cheeky with the V shift. Kuma is going to use that V reversal just to get himself out of the corner, but that means that there's no V trigger. And that V trigger 2 is a nasty one, so you definitely want to see it in action at some point.
Dash up gets a forward throw. Again, scoops up the ankle, but I don't think they expected it to hit, and that's why they let the trigger rock. And it got a hit, sure, but it wasn't what it was used for.
Ooh, interesting trade there, but you know what? ElderGoose takes it. Nonetheless, he earned it by having such a significant life lead.
Yeah. So set point here coming in for ElderGoose. Gonna be looking to close it out quite quickly, I would imagine. They don't want to have to try and deal with, the axe kicks and the trigger. The super's on deck as well here for SuperCptKuma, which is a pretty great tool. But I also think the EX tools coming out of Seth are kind of killer.
Absolutely, especially if you can take them from them. Right now, SuperCptKuma just kind of throwing things out there, seeing what hits. Ooh, that throw bait. That little bit of throw bait from ElderGoose is going to give them a significant life lead, and SuperCptKuma is going to have only a punish to give himself an opening. Nice punish again.
Another sweep into the forward throw. Life actually leading more towards SuperCptKuma. Now you got to hold this. Doesn't block it again. That's going to be stun, and it's definitely dead.
You're asking him to hold this. The thing is built to open you up. Like, you just have to crumble in the face of V-Trigger too. Set point for both sides.
Carlton, a no dive kick world.
Well, as of right now, no, even Street Fighter 6 got them because Jamie got that.
Jamie and Kimberly.
Just Kimberly has dive kicks? Oh, cool. I didn't get to see them with the footage.
Was it? I know Juri has them as well too. So
that's right, she does.
And Cammy's in the game, so we all know that's gonna happen. That she's gonna have dive kicks.
Oh, you mean redacted? Right.
Redacted, yeah. With the critical art, yeah. The aura punch is coming through. Not gonna connect. That stun bar completely gone here from SuperCptKuma, but the recovery still coming through in time to be able to do the EX Soul Spiral, catching SuperCptKuma completely off guard.
Yeah, and the last bit. The funny thing is, if Captain Kuma, and I've noticed this a few times, and we all have our ticks at the end of the day. For Captain Kuma, it seems like when the pressure's on.
Heading into our next matchup, we are going to have CarltonBanks rocking the Juri, going into just Pokey, heading in with Falke. Now, I've been loving the Falke players that have come through recently. I find the way they play super unique. You know, we used to see a little bit of Falke, but I think current Falke is, like you were actually saying earlier, Houseman, I think this is the strongest the character's ever been.
Absolutely. It's the Falke at release was a shell of a character. It didn't have any of the tools that they needed. The few that they did were not very useful and very risky. And now you're seeing air juggles into gunshots. Like, Pokey has definitely been excelling with this character in recent years. Understands both the ground and air game, but by NFTs gets a nice cross-up. Unfortunately, going to be -2 on this. But just Pokey doesn't have a good activation route here, unfortunately. Gonna whiff on this.
Oh.
Is he gonna get punished? Thankfully, recovers in time.
Shout out to one button DPs coming through to save just Pokey. Look at good chip damage coming through. But CarltonBanks can actually do the DP motion. So they're going to be able to coming through here. Chip is on the table, but I don't think you want to be doing that round 1.
That was a nice call out there by my NFTs, aka Carlton, going through with the fireball and blocking the EXTP for the kill.
Shout outs to Dom, subscribing with the Prime. Chat, if you have any Primes available, do with them what you will. I'm not going to make a request of anything. But, oh, that was sick.
Yeah, that air gun shot has been so massively improved, and the EX is just the cherry on top. Nice block, going to be easy to punish.
Yep, V-skill attempt. Always kind of risky, but it's nice that it's an option. Oh, that's crazy. Just completely crush counter through the approach there. That was the trigger activation, too. That was exactly what Carlton wanted. That time it comes through.
Ooh. Thankfully, nothing coming from either side. Carlton has a lot to make up for here, but you know what? A single combo from this range, good kill.
You know, right as you said that, they brought the life bars within about even. Going to be using the last bit of the trigger there to send out a projectile.
Has to be really careful. Single activation from Pokey could have changed things around. Carlton actually gets a little greedy, only spends 1 bar and doesn't get the kill because of it.
Yeah, that's really awkward because you know you already have a round win. What are you banking on? You're banking on losing? That's tragic.
Oh god, just block it out. Yeah,
there is only 15 seconds left on the clock though, and Pokey has a decent life lead compared to the time anyway. Obviously, it's still a one-touch game.
That's it. Chip him. Chip him. Oh my god. Carlton, what are you saving for your next NFT? Come on, man.
Oh, listen, you don't have to save long. Those values are disappearing very quickly.
Oh my god. Don't tell me. I don't want to look at my portfolio. But anyway, 1-0 in the set so far. Whatever. We're going on to the next one. MrMostafles rating with the 18 party. Thank you very much.
Shout outs to MrMostafles. Hope you had a good stream, my guy. Hopefully you had fun. I'm assuming since you're streaming that you had fun. But yeah, shout out to everybody who's coming through. If you guys have not seen the Matcherino, if Mostafles didn't put it in the chat, ! Matcherino, we'll bring you to that. That was a crazy little sequence. Go ahead, click those links. Street Fighter is the one going on right now. Guilty Gear will be tomorrow, and then the DNF one will actually roll into next week if you go ahead and use those codes. And as I'm talking here, rambling about blah, 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 that is CarltonBanks taking round 1.
Yeah, actually showing off a pretty good understanding of when just Pokey wanted to counter poke with that forward heavy punch. Jumped over it pretty much every time. And in fact, jumped over it again. Pokey has to really understand when Carlton is looking for his counter pokes. So
that's a great time.
Over. Yeah, get down to the corner.
Gets the forward throw as well. Able to charge up the gunshot.
Nice. Yeah.
And I like that adjustment too, right? Like we've seen Pokey interrupt the trigger activation a couple times. A little bit slow on the take that one though, and they actually use the V reversal. That is a nice adaptation too.
Wow, that bubble that bursted a little sooner than I was expecting and did save just Pokey. Unfortunately, nothing will save him from this jump, and this won't kill, but the backloaded damage is going to be a lot. Not guess for game, but there it is. Carlton gonna take the set 2-0.
You said it wasn't a guess for game, but if you're going with that kind of risky option, it definitely is a guess for game.
Listen, just because I didn't say your house was up for sale, just because you burned it to the ground, doesn't mean my prediction wasn't on.
That's true. Outing Juri emotes, that's more than I genuinely expected. But I guess I can't be that surprised. That's on me for not, thinking low enough of you, chat, I guess. But no, cool that they exist. Where's the flipping animated Juri one? Whose is that? That's not just the kids.
I think that's Callisto's. I think that's
That is Callisto.
I think you're right. Yeah.
yeah.
But shoutouts to the match on screen right now. ElderGoose going up against Andalaa. And no wave dashing yet, just hardcore neutral.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, there's been a good jump here and there. ElderGoose definitely looking for it now. Unfortunately, tries to jump over, and the hail was already incoming. Did not prepare for the weather on screen.
Yeah, no. Weather, I mean, they might just be from New England, right? Like, we can't expect anything to come through at any given time. We were told rain for 3 weeks, and it didn't rain till now. But either way, ElderGoose, a little bit behind on that HP bar, gets a crazy cross-up going there with the teleport. Does it again? Yikers. Is that enough?
Not quite. Good blocking. Oh, tries to get a big punish. Unfortunately, not quick enough, and the target combo does get punished by ElderGoose, who, with this life lead, is in a prime situation. Yeah, tries to make the big read on the low parry, and ElderGoose ain't bite.
Yeah, being able to set up the orb just to call out the Soul Satellite, there was just simply nothing Andalaa could do at that point, considering it was a one-touch game. So I would expect to see a little bit more of that. Nice little vanity step through the fireball, though.
Ooh, gets over and has to take the back throw now. That's the big thing about getting, eating blocking the cross up in the corner, is that like they could just back throw you into the corner again. If you try to challenge, that could just be 600 damage or whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say they really don't mind being in the corner, considering how good those buttons are gonna be. And like you said, any hit really does come through. Look at that, gets the parry.
Nice jump over, gets the cross up, and now decent pressure. Unfortunately, it has to eat the damage off of that target. Gonna go through.
We got the activation coming through, and not enough to kill just yet, but you're gonna be not long for this world at this rate.
Again, that EX Vanity step's so scary because you don't know if it's going to be the one that makes her jump, and so you're just waiting to anti-air. By the time you look and wait for it, she's already right in your face, and you have to take the hit or throw.
Oh, sets up the big, giant EX fireball. Even has time to get the command grab off. That's crazy. But again, EX Vanity Step, the best tool to get through those fireballs coming.
Ooh, the punish on Kolin's sweep is so good. A shimmy. I call it a shimmy. It's more like a hit and run with that dash in, dash out. Gonna get hit by the hail. And yeah, he is not from New England because he is not prepared for the weather today.
And that is not enough to kill. Didn't have any more to spend, so you can't really blame him. He wasn't one of those save your meter situations. They just simply didn't have any cash.
But you know what? Had the game anyway. Had the closure happen. But that's only game one. And it was still, back and forth. V-Trigger definitely saved ElderGoose in some ways that I think is one of Rose's strengths, is that both her V-Triggers are really, really strong in terms of either opening up the opponent or just doing a lot of damage. But he can't rely on it. That can't be his saving grace.
No, but I mean, it worked out a little bit better earlier. It didn't seem like... It seems like they were getting more out of it, even though they still got really good connections with it against Andalaa. It really did seem like it was doing more damage against in the last game. But right now, they're taking a lot of damage. Trigger finally available here for ElderGoose.
Yeah, they are not going to be reversal. Unfortunately, they are going to get crossed up. Hail set up once more, tries to delay rise, but that still means Andalaa is right on top of you.
I'll say at this point, they might want to V reversal, but like you said, they do get the activation. Grabs him out of the sky, gets a cross up.
Like, that mixed up is so dirty. Ooh, that's punished? No! I don't know if it's the wrong button or maybe it was just safe enough. Gets right through. Still doesn't kill, but it's gets for game here. And that's the guess.
I want to say that was safe enough.
Possibly. It's really difficult to tell sometimes, but yeah, it might have just been safe enough.
I am looking it up. It's just taking me a second because my fat app was on Guilty Gear.
I mean, stand medium punch from Rose is definitely a little bit of a... That's one of her weaknesses. Her mediums are a little bit slow, but, we take those. ElderGoose right now stuck in the corner with stun really high. Sweeps his way out. Thankfully was out of there by the time the hail appeared.
Yep, gonna get the forward throw. That was an EX step, was it?
That was EX Vanity Step into Silver Edge. Take throw. Yeah, nice use. Nice jump out though, and just raw V skills in the spaghetti moment. The man had the bib all over him. No sauce on it.
No, definitely sweater is ruined. You're gonna have to buy a new one.
No.
Oh no! No, the opposite of that. Your sweater is saved.
Sweater is saved. Absolutely.
You wore a bib to Sunday dinner.
I'm sorry. If you're wearing that outfit, you don't have the. You
raised on a farm. You know, whatever it is.
Supposed to.
You're not really not supposed to.
Really not supposed to.
Like, why do you think you have those doors in the first place? Anyway, we left the barn doors open and we let some of the wild ones out. We got RuDaGawd, we got Asphyxiation, and Asphyxiation also running Kolin. RuDaGawd, like, man, he goes swinging with that Ryu, and when it hits, it hurts. This character can do a lot of damage when the right thing hits.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably gonna say this a time or two again tonight, but this is honestly the strongest the characters felt probably in the game, I would say, right? Like, I can't think of another time where Ryu felt stronger. And I want to pause to shout out Surmi for the 10 gifted subs. If you guys got a sub in the chat, at Surmi, and say thank you. So shout out to everybody that got one. Let's see, we got Dodo, CatsNamedFlash, Alpha B, Prototype, ElderGoose, Hatzak, McLamsey, Poxy, J Caesar, and Orca Dolphin. Shout outs to you guys. Shout outs to thanking Surmi. That's a huge comeback bar looking at.
Yeah, that being said, he might be able to just break the guard. No, he didn't have a meter. I was looking at the wrong meter. Yeah, it gets a little aggressive with the jump in. Did not have the life to sacrifice. RuDaGawd, unfortunately, goes down in the first round.
Yep, and unfortunately, this. Oh my God! Right through round start. Eat this damage. It's not a lot, but it's the thought that counts.
It's a good amount with this parry. Might as well have taken about 40% down.
I mean, yeah, that was definitely like a 55%er, and it's just continuing. RuDaGawd hate blocking.
Hate blocking? Oh, I thought I misheard that.
I forgot to say hate.
That's done. That's done, by the way. Thank you. Thank you.
What? That's
because in V Trigger 1, that's a buff. Critical art does stun.
Wow, shout outs to V Trigger 1.
Yeah, V Trigger 1 is really strong. Both his V Triggers are actually pretty strong now.
What is this background music?
That's Kolin. This is Kolin's theme.
It's like the Call of the Angels.
Yeah, it's really odd, especially considering her trailer is like I think it's Lupe Fiasco, right? their trailer theme is Lupe Fiasco. She was revealed at that event. But anyway, Street Fighter V got a weird history. Let's just say that. RuDaGawd, though, unfortunately stuck in the corner, getting armbarred with the anti-air.
Gets the anti-air. Gets the stun on the jump out attempt as well. Big damage, not enough to kill, but it does set up one touch.
Yeah, that is dead. That is dead without a doubt.
Holy moly.
Yep. Minimum scaling for critical art, ladies and gentlemen.
Quite high, I would say.
Yeah.
I did not believe. I will tell you that much.
Yeah, it's 50%. Minimum 50%. Gut scaling brings it a little further down, but like even then. This ain't your anime game. We got fat damage here off of single hits. That being said, Asphyxiation, definitely being forced to sweat a little bit here by RuDaGawd. You can't ever call him out of the game. But I can see him struggling to deal with Asphyxiation's, I don't want to say standard pressure, but like pretty cool and collected set play.
Yeah, and that's what you come to expect from some Kolins. It's definitely a different style than what we literally just saw with Andalaa playing. But their opponents are also different, right? Like, you're having to deal with this Ryu, who at the current point has some pretty good pokes, has a decent fireball game, and this crouching medium punch game, or medium kick game, excuse me, was looking near impenetrable for a second.
Yeah, then counter pokes started happening. Asphyxiation calling out the DP. This is maximum damage off of the
That's
DP
stun,
punch.
right?
Yep, frozen stun as well.
Freeze, actually, even worse.
Yeah, he's gonna wait a little bit because the freeze does damage during stun.
Bonkers. But one more touch will do it. That is like the slowest overhead. Oh my god.
Bro, but at that point, you're on ice. You're holding down back. You're just like, please, God, let me live. And no, not today. Actually, didn't even punish. But RuDaGawd was pressing buttons after whiffing that soon be roundhouse. Nice with punish.
That was the 23 frame startup overhead, right?
I don't even know, man. I just saw that little toe come out and do all that damage. Nice armbar again.
Woo! Oh, nice little sweep crush coming through. Gets the solar plexus. That's gonna be huge damage.
Yeah, actually,
maybe
that's stunned again.
You're stunned? Is that
that's
enough
dead.
to kill?
That should be enough. Oh no.
Oh,
you know what? Yeah,
still enough
to go. Yeah, I'll have some V8. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was
a lot of.
That was a little scary. I'll be honest with you, but nice little command jump forward gets the hit. RuDaGawd down backing still, even in this day and age.
Ooh, that's stun. Thankfully, this won't kill. Kolin's damage not the highest, but you know what? Still got this corner. Didn't have the anti-air. RuDaGawd gets a little bit of pressure, but unfortunately gets called out. Gets reset on the heavy bandit EX vanity step, and Asphyxiation gonna take it at a pretty dominating 2-1.
Yep. Soul Plexus and heavy jump is like the same starter.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely looked like it.
It might as well be because they're both just heavy starters into heavy butt.
Yeah, I mean that.
Mailyn, mild embarrassing moment. This has been 2 events where I've talked about Mailyn to his face because I didn't recognize it. So he's a cool man. Like I love how chill he is, and hopefully does well against Mr-Madgear here. But God knows, Madgear, you're never safe against him.
I do also hope that they do really well against Madgear, mainly because that would put Madgear into losers, and I potentially won't have to watch Abigail.
Wow, is that how it is? Is that how it be? You don't like Abigail?
This is an Abigail hate stream. It's okay.
Oh my god. I thought this was
Casa Bunch has great relations with players from LAGR and Mr-Madgear, so we don't stand by anything that has been said by commentators that are ill against that team and their players.
You will notice that Bunch never said Abigail in that sentence. I also have good relations with LAGR and Mr-Madgear themselves. It is unfortunate that they've resorted to playing such a character, but we do not. We don't hold them personally accountable for it. So, Mailyn taking a strong round 1, jumps over the attempted command grab as well.
Yeah, Madgear just trying to get some, a little bit of cheeky damage before the V-trigger activation gets going. Back Pierce? Yeah, maybe tried to back Pierce on Wake Up, but got hit by it. Mailyn gonna take round 1. Actually, that might have been.
That was round 2.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know what he pressed because it wasn't a counter hit, but it wasn't like a. I don't know. I just don't know.
Good point. And it's just unfortunate that you end a round with completely full stack of everything, right? You had the trigger available, you had CA available, like you could have woken up with a large number of options, and a lot of them probably would have gotten beaten still, but still.
I mean, yeah, at the same time, like you could wake up critical art for Madgear and for Abigail in particular. It's rough because like that V trigger is very good. EX makes it so much more threatening. Like you want that EX command grab, and like it's sad that he dies with all the resources. At the same time, that might be the only way he dies because if you let him live with that V trigger, you might have just ruined your own game.
Yeah, and even if you wake up CA as Abigail there, it's like on block it's like -47 or something, just absolutely ridiculous.
I think it's 90 something actually.
Actually, I think you are right. I think I actually cut it in half. Yeah. But either way, we get the character swap coming through. Madgear now locking in the Ed Boy, and this is interesting. I haven't seen him play this character in a long time, but gets the scoop. Nice snatch coming through.
Yeah, he's been bringing the character out, especially in this final season, a little bit more. Understandable, considering Abigail not in the prime that he's been, and Ed doing fantastic. But nice whiff punish from Mailyn, showing that the character switch ain't gonna change too much.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen a couple notable Eds coming out of the woodwork. There were a couple at ECT this last weekend too, whose names are escaping me at the moment.
Yeah, shout out Silver Rupee, good man.
Yep, Silver Rupee.
Beat me in rank though, so he's an SOB. Ooh, nice.
That's okay. They made top 8. Have you made top 8?
Why do you think I'm here? Why do you think I'm on? Why do you think I'm on commentary right now?
Listen, those top 8 players were vultures. They're hungry for some commentary too. Not necessarily Street Fighter, but listen, people are out here. But either way, activation time here for Mailyn. That is a lot of missed damage on the table right now.
Yeah, they thought they were going to go into the electric fence. Sadly, it didn't work out. But you know what? We're still in a fantastic situation here. Guess for game on this meaty elbow. Doesn't even go for it. Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Mailyn, you know, obviously one of the stronger Lauras out there. You really cannot let them get away with anything. They will annihilate your HP bar. They know all the combos. They know the stun combos as well. Like, they are so ready to just take that health bar and take it away from you.
Playing calmly here. Nice. Finally gets the jump over the V skill.
Nice wake up jab check.
Was worried about the infinite, but you know what? Mailyn backs off.
Mailyn again. Lots of meter on deck. Not the most damage coming out of the Flicker EX dash punch, but it does get some nice corner carry going.
Considering, like, that is actually one of the biggest buffs Ed's has gotten, because, like, Flicker started off as a nothing move. You would never use it as Ed, period. There's just no reason to. And then, you know, it got better as a poke, but it was always like the rewards, just kind of whatever. Oh, you might be not dead.
CA?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
now
but this is reset.
Yeah, you need to reset. You need to make him guess, and Mailyn, unfortunately, made him guess to his grave. 2-0 in the set, even after the character switch.
Yeah, that's tough because, like, Mailyn's an insane player, so you can't even hold it really against Mad.
But you know what? We're all gonna have a good time because we have the matchup coming up that we were talking about. We're having Fluxwavez and we're having CarltonBanks, aka Buy My NFTs.
And it is going to be the Rose.
Interessante.
We have seen the Rose on stream before. Again, it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it was pretty solid. They do use the V-Skill 1, which is different than what we saw earlier today, because we saw the V-Skill 2. But we actually had to get a lesson from Bunch last time because Bunch knew what the cards did and nobody else on staff did at the time.
I've completely forgotten, but I don't even care. All right, we're sending out the orb. We're sending out the Soul Punish, which honestly is such a good screen control. Carlton trying to get around cheekily with the V-Skill 1, even trying to get around the startup with, thankfully has the activation to make the spin kick save. Yeah, punish on the Soul Spiral.
The red card is active. Again, I actually forgot what it does. I think it does more chip damage.
So it's more damage to your combos in general.
Just in general, okay.
Yeah, and it stays on for a good amount of time.
Oh, wow! I can't believe Flux challenged there. The projectile was still active, and Flux still challenged with the jab check to make sure that they were not in any danger. That time, though, challenged a little bit early.
Ooh, nice jump back.
Oh my god! And they still get the hit.
Yeah, I mean, that activation is so rough, and where Carlton was at, it's either challenge or get hit by the throw, and neither option was favorable. Nice whiff punish.
I say, honestly, both options killed that there, right?
Yeah.
Like, they had so little HP, even a regular throw kills. But now we got a full bar of CA. They're loaded up on ultimate points.
Yeah, and we're going to play the lame game right now. Flux right now, unfortunately, gets gashed in on.
Yeah, big jumping coming in from CarltonBanks. Great timing there. Another overhead coming through. One away from stun. The third overhead in a row that is successful. That's going to be enough to close it out as well. Never mind. Carlton saving the butter.
Okay. Yeah, Carlton actually getting a lot of momentum just off of that jump in, and even just like allowing the momentum to kind of hold a little more presence with the overheads. They don't do a lot of damage, but they keep the stun as high as it is, and that's really important. Nice whiff punish. Gets right into the critical art, dunking that damage right out.
Honestly, I'm going to say it right now, Houseman. I think Carlton's Juri is stronger than their birdie ever was.
Really? All right.
That might be a bit of a hot take, but
you're gonna throw it out there like the tarot cards. I see.
Yeah. And now you're just getting thrown a lot. That's how that's gonna go.
This is dead. Holy Christ!
I don't think they're dead. I think they're alive.
What a shame.
What a shame. I was wrong again.
It's okay. It's okay.
Twice in one stream.
I watched too much of this game. It's fine. It happens. To be fair, that's actually one of the weak critical arts in the game. I think it's 320 as opposed to 330, which is the average. But yeah, just like, oh my god, the minimum scaling means that you can pretty much pick a point on the health bar, and it's like if you are lower than this bar, than this line, you're done. That's it.
I'm well acquainted with, if you're at this line, you're dead. As a DNF, a Dragon Ball, and a Guilty Gear commentator, well acquainted.
Ooh, just triple dashes in, knew that the stretches were going on, but unfortunately didn't get anything for it. The anti-air will net them a bit more damage, but even then, Carlton gets away.
Has the activation, going to be chasing them down. That is actually a really, really fast trigger as I'm watching it just slide down the bar there. Yeah. But it's plenty enough time to get a bunch of throws in. As we get 4, DP finally comes out.
Yeah, that's the big thing about that V trigger that got buffed this season, was that it used to be the timer went down even during the throw. So that like you would eat like one throw and then the trigger was basically done. Flux taking big advantage of that buff. Thankfully survives Carlton's own V trigger, tries to bait the DP, and oh no, the anti-air was just a little too soon from Carlton and thus gets jumped upon. Flux taking round 1 and putting himself at 7.
That point now on the board, but Flux, again, an incredibly strong player, even with a newer character under the belt. I've been hearing from a few people that, you know, Rose is kind of crazy this season, so I'm not that surprised.
Wow, both players doing pretty well in these whip punishes. It really comes down to who's being the aggressor first. Fluxwave being aggressor with that jump in gets a decent combo. But like that's honestly one of the weaker elements of Rose, is that her knockdown set play isn't as strong as, you know, most of the cast.
Oh wow, using the far range mine to get that on, gets the green tarot card set up again as well. Has trigger in CA activation available, which means that any solid hit probably kills from here on out.
I'd agree with that. There's the activation.
Oh. How many throws?
That's it. That's it. That's dead. Didn't want to take the throw, and thus you take it to your grave. Fluxwave.
Yeah, and I agree, right? Like, we've seen how many throws in a row off of that trigger activation?
Oh, it's an understandable situation, but like, that's the game you play sometimes. You play the guessing game, and unfortunately, it just didn't work out.
Listen, she's throwing tarot cards at you. You know she's a swindler.
Maybe I literally have a tarot card deck right here. if we pull it to my screen here, I literally have a tarot card deck here.
Punch. What did you pay this man? Because it's clearly he swindled you.
Nothing.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah.
He swindled you out of your time then. I see.
He swindled me out of volume.
Brother, I'm giving you as much volume as I can give you right now.
No, you sound good now. You sound good now.
Set play options.
I mean, and it was very strong against RuDaGawd, who, you know, unfortunately, like, it just doesn't like to default to down back. He will block if he has to, but like that first round against Asphyxiation was just trying to challenge his pressure, and Asphyxiation just showing, no, my set play is tight. You have to respect it. But then again, you know, Andalaa here has a parry. Andalaa here has a frame 1 parry if he wants to use bar. So,
yep, does have to, you know, at least showcase the option, I think, because once that's on the table, it does make the potential meaty pressure a little bit drier, I'll say. But right now, we don't got to worry about meaties because we are just getting crushed.
Yeah, actually seeing a similar situation to what RuDaGawd kind of felt, is that strong set play, immediate shimmy to call out the delay tech after being thrown, I think, in the middle of that beatdown. So Hardman, aka Andalaa, has to either stop that momentum from even starting, or has to have a bit more variance in his defense if he's going to hope to survive.
And as you say that, he kind of gets beat out again. Trying to challenge with that crouching light kick, but just the timing completely off here from Andalaa. It feels like they're just like in a 1-frame different game, right? Like similar universe, different wavelength.
Dude, didn't even have to spend the bar on the critical art. Asphyxiation, nearly taking 2 perfects in very quick fashion for game number 1.
And this is top 8 chat, so it is first to 3 instead of first to 2. So we will get an extra game out of all the players from here on out. And I mean, really, what a crazy start there coming in here from Asphyxiation. Like you said, nearly 2 perfects, and there was just nothing from Hardman.
If that's
Absolutely
me,
nothing.
I'm tilted off the face of the planet. I'm done. He got red every time on his deep. Oh my god, he got red again on his offense now.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we're up to 2 counters already and a parry that have connected. Ooh, nice little whiff punish here as well. Takes the P2 corner for themselves. Andalaa not blocking on wake up, which means they're 1 touch away from stun. 2 touches away from stun.
Yeah, the throw.
Actually, maybe 3.
Yeah, the stun's down now. Stun's not the factor. He's gonna die before he gets stunned.
Yep. 1 more touch for activation availability for Asphyxiation. But they tried. They tried it.
That was a big read from Andalaa there, but it was a good read nonetheless. Is that dead? Yeah, that's dead. Oh my god, that stand light kick into EX hands doing so well for Asphyxiation. We're gonna be on round 2. Not set point just yet, even though this might bring us back to the main screen.
Mainstream to be seen in just a second. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Andalaa would change characters, but unless they can get a grip on things, they might have to.
No, they're going to play Kolin this whole way through. It's going to be a momentum-based thing. And that was a nice little counter poke into a buffer. Stun is pretty high for Andalaa. I don't know if he has a kill sequence here. I do not believe so. Yeah.
I would be very surprised. I like that they go for the setup with the projectile.
But I don't think he meant the dash.
We'll see a pixel here for Asphyxiation. They got full trigger, full CA. That's a great start. They don't cash anything out though. Oh, that's the time to do it if they ever seen one.
Which side?
Activate. Oh, gets the knockdown again. What's the setup?
Not like this.
Oh, don't let it happen to you, Hardman. Don't let it happen to you. Don't. You let it happen. You let it happen. That's all I got.
There you go. Damn, coming back from a pixel of health. Asphyxiation, having to sweat a little more in that second game. It's not 2 perfects, but nearly reverse perfect in that sense. The amount he came back from in that round. As I said, fortunately the lobby settings were 1st to 2, so don't get it twisted. These are still 1st to 3s.
Sorry, chat.
No worries. It'd be that way sometimes. But Andalaa is gonna have to. I don't know. It's easy for us to sit on our butts here and pretend like we know what Andalaa has to do. But Asphyxiation is really adapting really well as Andalaa is trying to adapt. So it really comes down to maybe Andalaa being a bit more patient with Asphyxiation, trying to force Asphyxiation to make the first move so that he can be doing the counterplay as opposed to the inverse. But I would say there's no easy way out here.
Yeah, definitely no easy way. And I like your point about having to be the second one pushing buttons, but that's so far removed from how we saw them play just a couple matches ago, right? Like they were so high tempo, always the one pressing forward and pushing buttons. And it seems honestly like Asphyxiation watched that match and was like, oh wait, no, I got one better. And so the players have swapped sides now. It is going to be Andalaa on the P2 side, Asphyxiation on the P1 side. So be aware of that, chat, if you're watching on stream. So intro's over. Obviously, they're still using the same costumes as they were earlier, so you can tell by that way. And look at that. First thing to happen is Asphyxiation pushed the button first and got countered.
Yeah, granted, I think Andalaa pressed a little later because it was back heavy kick, but you know what?
Ooh.
Good start, and I spoke too soon. I didn't even get the words out of my mouth, and commentator's curse happened. He's going to be able to punish this V reversal. Unfortunately, doesn't believe in the target combo. Runs right into the blades. Andalaa is going to try to create space.
No, I think that's a tough challenge to believe in, though, right? Like, the V reversal comes out, even if, you get that first hit, it's just a light jab, right? It's tough. You don't always want to believe. Stayed same side for the projectile. Ended up on the opposite side. There it is. Look at that damage. Holy moly. Chases down the V-shift as well. Lots of damage. Has activation available.
You take the throw here, but he challenges the hail, gets to the other side, doesn't die from this, but will die from the throw. Okay, Andalaa starting slow and then accelerating with a lead foot on the gas.
Yeah. Maybe the accidental trip back to the character select screen was all they needed. Andalaa getting saved by the lobby settings, maybe. But EX Blades coming through. Nice little corner carry here. And this is where Andalaa has gone to die previously.
The corner is such a tight scenario.
Forward. Oh, back throw.
Oh, nice whip punish. And you know what? A Kolin main knows what a Kolin main wants to do. And it's gross. That walk forward, crouch heavy kick. Asphyxiation doing such a good job at whip punishing it. The arm bar creating the stun. And Asphyxiation is going to put himself on set point.
Yeah, the cross-cut armbar even coming through. Plenty of damage, plenty of stun that does. I mean, what more can you expect? Set point here for Asphyxiation. A little behind in terms of EX meter, but honestly, they haven't really needed to use it that much. They've used it when applicable, but outside of that...
They use it like every man does, 1 bar at a time. That EX hands does them so much gift. Thankfully, it doesn't convert off of the counter hit. Andalaa right now trying to create an opening, -2, and he tries to delay the button, waiting for the parry, and causes Andalaa to get a frame trap.
The same side after the activation. Doesn't believe in the hit there either, but now we've got a counter activation, and this is potential doom here for Andalaa. Let's see what they can get done with the meter on deck. Trigger's gone, but there's like a 2 EX bars.
Oh no, doesn't go into critical art just yet.
Yeah, next hit will assuredly be it. They don't even need it. They'll use it, but they don't need it.
You got the hit, then shimmy. Asphyxiation, please. We're going to take a 3-0 in the set. That was tight. I know a lot. I see people already saying, despite the score, that was a good set, and that was a good set. The funny thing is that I think at the end of the day, for the set, and this is not calling it out on the players because I've seen
tournament VODs and a myriad of other content that may or may not be in the works. So help us out, tell your friends, subscribe to it yourself, and be ready to watch the VODs as they become available, which should be the next day after the tournament, every single day, later in the afternoon. Houseman, the match has started. Houseman, the match has started. Houseman, talk about video games.
I'm talking to the chat about video game. All right. Listen, I was gonna say this matchup. You know, Mika don't appreciate it until she gets lowered down. Cause man, now the blender begins. Mailyn gonna get stunned. Not gonna die here, but still gonna get reset. And next throw might kill. EX command grab. EX command swing. Ooh.
Oh, nice check there. I will say this isn't Mailyn's only character as well, but look at the damage that they get once that activation comes through. They are very well practiced with this character. We got some help from a little bit of our friends. There's still a lot of EX on deck here, though.
Okay, good challenge. Unfortunately, tries to throw out the clap. Yeah, spending too much time building the electric fence, and Demon King Sabo gives the job.
Yeah, I mean, Demon King Sabo, again, regular top 8er here. Whether it's winner side, loser side, makes it just about every time. They did win last week as well, so they are the returning champion here for Casa. Even though it wasn't streamed, they know they got the W. They can check that Matcherino payout. And look at this, another great start here. Whip back into the corner, gets the bounce. One mix for the game, it's Brimstone.
Nope, not quite just yet.
I made a guess. I was wrong for the 3rd time, chat.
It's always funny watching how people defend in that guess for game situation because they're basically choosing the way they're going to die. They sit down back. Mailyn sits there and he's going, you're going to have to throw me to kill me, man. You're just going to have to do it. I'm not going to accept any other way of defeat. Ooh, what a neutral jump.
That was sick. They're just playing the whip punish game. There it is. The dash forward, giant swing throw. It's a Mika special. You always have to be aware of it because that grab range feels super duper long.
It's pretty big. Especially considering how small she is, it's pretty big.
I do like the tracksuit colors too. I actually agree with Spaceboy on this one, and they keep adding more every time the character wins too. So if you haven't been paying attention to the CPT events chat, the online events, that is where the new colors are coming from. Plus, I think they also have the SFL colors, which this is one of the SFL ones.
Yeah, it's not the new colors; it's that you get them for free. You get the new colors are out, but if the character wins, you get them for free.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason the CPT ones unlocked like additional like color palettes, but I'm wrong. for the 4th time now, chat. I'm going to keep a running tally for you.
Ooh, we weren't paying attention. Mailyn bringing it back now, getting some of that momentum. And God knows Laura is a momentum-based character.
They doing y'all a favor that Mika's not a 6? That's cap. Honestly, I will miss Mika personally.
Listen,
But
according to the official story, we don't know who's in Street Fighter 6 yet. We just know about Redacted.
True.
That's all.
True.
Second of all, you might say, thank God, ding dong, the witch is gone, and you don't know what Zangief's gonna bring. So let's just say that.
Yeah, we also don't know.
We have Zangief with Drive Rush.
We also don't know what other grapplers are going to be involved in the release either, as Mailyn takes game 2. But no, I've said it all the time, Houseman. I honestly hope to God that leak was fake, because everybody and their mother are stating it as true fact, and nothing would bring me more joy than to see everybody's faces when they're wrong.
You know what? You and I can sympathize there. I love watching people be wrong. I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world.
Oh, well, it's a good thing you're here with me then, because I'm deep in it already. 4 deep, and we're only just starting top 8. There's still plenty of time for me to be wrong.
You know what? No, shout out to Mailyn. He took that whole game super fast.
That was a pretty quick one. But I mean, that's the matchup though, right? Both of these characters are specialists at annihilating your HP bar. Like, it's just the grappler motto, whereas, you know, Laura, not a true grappler, sure, but definitely has no kind words for your life bar.
No, not at all. She doesn't build momentum off of her command grabs, unlike, you know, Mika and Gabe. But that command grab could be the end of your life, to say the least. Sabo getting in with the dash. Yeah, Brimstone gives the best.
Again, it's always in 3s, chat. You got to remember. Oh, just gets the air reset, but we're down teching buttons from Mailyn. Has a ton of meter on deck, too. Imagine an EX clap in a second.
Yeah, no way to chip for Demon King Sabo, unfortunately. Gonna have to win this the old-fashioned way.
There's that clap. I like the V reversal. Oh, that was spicy. They were expecting a button, but the dash up medium kick works out.
All right. Seals the deal. Check. Okay, throwing out the electric fence. King Sabo just backing off. Ooh.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with chat that Street Fighter can exist without Mika. It's just that I don't want to. I don't want it to, right? But, oh my god. Crush counter, but didn't actually get anything off of it. The EX clap did cause the air reset, though.
Okay, no activation point just yet for Sabo. Nice call out with the short charge.
Oh, okay.
No
Gonna
way.
be able to get the EX flip. That was interesting from Mailyn, realistically, right? Like, how often is that even a scenario? I'm still kind of baffled by it.
Ooh.
Oh, that could be the beginning of the end. Gets the knockdown, wake up buttons. Yeah, you cannot be challenging that.
You didn't want to take the throw? Okay. Okay, you tried to call it that way. Maybe there's a misinput on the V-shift. You never know with that kind of stuff, but...
Oh, another slide just raw.
That wasn't meaty enough. Yeah, good call out from Sabo there. You have to time it perfectly for that elbow to be meaty enough to be 0 on block.
Counter hit comes through. Lots of pressure being applied here in the P2 corner, but we're finally going to get a jab check coming in from Sabo.
Activation. Oh, gets a side bridge. Nasty stuff. You're
not dead. You're still alive. Yeah.
It's really close.
It is one guess for game. Actually,
it's really, really close. The mic might have pushed it.
Is this number 5, chat? It's number 5.
Damn, I'm wrong too.
Actually, I'll blame that one on Houseman because I just agreed with them. It wasn't my original idea.
That's fair. That's fair. I take that. I understand that entirely. But you know what? And you know what's great about the tracksuit? It's that Nadeshko gets the tracksuit as well.
That is true. That is actually a underutilized aspect, right?
You didn't need to do that, but you did it, and I love you for it.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of costumes that, you know, Nadeshko just doesn't get anything, right? Like, imagine if she also got a Monster Hunter costume. That'd be sick.
Yeah, the mic buff just gave him that little extra 10%. Dude, Sabo uses that roundhouse so well because I feel like so many Mikas, they just default to the fully charged version. And, like, they don't understand how effective the uncharged version can be at counter poking. or challenging the corruption attempt.
They see the reward of the full charge version, and they're like, I want this every time. Plus, I want my plus frames. And then you're like, wait a minute, this still works.
Yeah.
Oh, regular throw. Oh, there's the slide.
Oh, that's just dead. That's not
a lot of damage.
That used to be unblockable because V-Shift didn't exist. But of course, like Mailyn maybe thought that they could take the EX command grab. Maybe it was just a deer in the headlight situation, but King Sabo gonna put himself on set point.
That is a good question. I wonder what they decided to do. But
yeah, that knockdown is so brutal in other situations. You just have to like she was one of the few characters that genuinely had a checkmate scenario at a pretty high life bar, because if you got hit by Nadeshko, you were dead.
One more for stun. Oh my god, that was the riskiest challenge, and then also gets the slide. Oh man.
Oh my god.
It's happening. One more for the game, one for the game. Gets the trigger. Where's it coming? Where's she coming? Where's she coming? Up high.
Wow.
Gets the V reversal out, but look at the meter. Where's the EX clap? That's my question.
It can
nowhere. Oh, you're still alive.
Yeah, lower big girl, but not big enough. All right, that's it. That's 3-1 in the set. Sabo, pretty dominating in most of the set, but you know, again, Mailyn making them sweat, doing a lot of damage here and there, but I think it was just the pressure. It'd be interesting to see either of them. And you were mentioning before you love the mirror match, so we might just see another one.
Yeah, and I know that Bunch said that Karin players are hot garbage. Don't know how to play the character. But I could see an argument that Ryu is simply the stronger character right now.
Okay, that's a hot take right there.
That was crazy to say.
That's a crazy thing.
That's the craziest thing to say. As a Karin main, I can't
go that far.
I can't go that.
Okay.
I can't go-sign that.
Are you really a Karin player though, or is it the Nash?
My Nash is sick. My Nash is sick.
I agree.
Oh my god. Next time we see each other live, we're doing Nash mirrors. But anyway.
Man. We can just run the set of Nash mirrors. We can get Joe in there. The three of you can rock. I'm sure we can find the fourth Nash player in the world.
Joe knows
we gotta fly
my Nash
him in.
is sick. Joe knows.
Yeah, well, that's fine. But one more touch for the game coming in from CatsNamedFlash. Solar Plexus.
The fireball just landing perfectly. Tries to bait him with the unblockable.
But not going to come through just yet.
Has to be careful with this fireball, because you know CatsNamedFlash is ready with that EX Tanko.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. You're fully stocked. You really can't get away with anything here as RuDaGawd. I think it might potentially just simply be checkmate, as long as you just kind of hang out. There's 35 seconds left on the clock. CatsNamedFlash doesn't have to do anything. They can just chill.
Yeah, actually, you know what? To be honest, I think Cats because we saw a whiffed forward fierce, which has a lot of recovery. And Cats was just like, nah, I'm gonna let that rock. Yeah, that's all he's looking for. The jump. It's like, I'm gonna anti the jump. That's all I need to worry about is dash or the jump. And he caught the jump.
Yep. So, first game going over to first round, excuse me, CatsNamedFlash. There's that EX command dash coming through. Didn't get the pickup, but got past the fireball, and that's sometimes all that matters.
Ooh, big counter hit option. Saving that meter. Looking to cash out later. Nice.
That's enough. That's enough for the stun.
There's
This
the
is enough
cash
to
out.
kill.
Oh no! Resets. Did not.
That was a drop. Yeah, that was a
Could
drop.
not really have wanted that.
But I mean, this is potentially again another kind of checkmate situation for RuDaGawd, because I mean, they're just gonna keep eating that one button over and over and over and over and over and over again. But it was the same situation we literally just talked about the round before. You have 3 bars of meter. You cannot throw a fireball because she'll just EX Tenku you in your face. And what was left there for RuDaGawd?
You know what? I would have killed Capsule Hero. I mean, you are another. You're God tier Karin man, so I want to believe you. But anyway, yeah, it was without a doubt an execution error. But you know what? Cats still got it. This is still first to 3 though, and it looks like they're really.
That super would have definitely killed him. Sorry, like
we'll let historians debate that. I agree with you.
I definitely have a route for that. Let me know when you want me to show you.
Okay. Absolutely. Given the offer right now. No one punishes yet for CatsNamedFlash though. And RuDaGawd putting up a better fight this time, getting the shimmy, pushes away out of the corner. Ooh, the side switch. Into the knockdown. Back throw. Whew. Alright. Pretty even on both sides here. But CatsNamedFlash just dominating. Yes, I did just contradict myself. No one call it out. Ooh, what an interruption on the dash. There's the first EXDP. Calls out the meaty. Oh. But even then, it is my opinion that you cannot fear the EXDP. You can call it out, but you cannot fear it. That's nice damage.
You fear it, you start getting hit by it.
Yeah, absolutely. You start getting hit by it in the worst places, and you start getting back thrown in the absolute worst places.
Damn, Cats up quick.
Yeah, Cats is up to it. Really
At-like reflexes coming through here. 2-0 already on the board. And this is loser side, chat. So this could potentially be RuDaGawd's last game of the night.
Could very well be. And it's unfortunate because RuDaGawd hasn't really gotten a chance to, at least in this set, kind of get any momentum. They've gotten a few good hits here and there, but like it's really been only by challenging some of the pressure that Cats puts on them. Ooh, but the fireball's working out pretty well.
Start. Let's see what they can get out of it, though, right? Like, if they can keep this pressure game up, get that crouching medium kick into the fireball sequence.
He could have DP'd, but he went for the greed.
Yeah, that was not ideal. V reversals the V reversal, though, and baits it out again. Lots of damage, and this is just Cats outplaying RuDaGawd. Like, this is straight up outplay.
The funny thing is, though, that, you know, RuDaGawd had a good start with just the fireball game plan. And if he had stuck to the DP, would have anti-aired, but yeah, unfortunately, just things kind of slipped a little at the end there. And CatsNamedFlash is on set point, and it's a scary situation because now you can't rely on the fireball because of the EX command dash. It's not a guaranteed, as we saw earlier, but it's tough.
But the threat is there, and, you know, the threat of a DP always needs to be utilized a little bit, but it's, again, a risk that you're just willing to take sometimes.
That's how it be. Goes for that forward fierce, it gets blocked, and he gets thrown for it.
Yep, empty jump, but
-2.
CatsNamedFlash, not scared. Knows the situation they're in. Again, huge life lead. Has that CA on deck, so any solid hit is a character kill.
Okay, but the dash actually working out for RuDaGawd, showing that CatsNamedFlash was just looking for one thing, and it was the fireball. Tries for the cheeky Rekka, doesn't get punished for it. Not even the Rekka, excuse me.
Just the overhead, really.
Yeah.
Command dash, but willing to go for the trip guard. Gets the round, gets the win, gets the 3-0 victory to move on here in tonight's loser side bracket.
So I did not get my Ryu mirror, which makes me a little sad. CatsNamedFlash definitely showed that character choice was right.
Yeah. Made me eat my words. I'll count that as a 6th wrong, chat. I'll count that one against myself because that was some bus ass. That was brutal.
It's tough, man. I mean, at the same time, CatsNamedFlash, very strong player. Very strong player. So, like, it's one of those matches where you just have to step up to that next level, and God knows I'm not there. Bro, I was fighting Cats last night, and the game saved me. The game saved me because it just disconnected us. And it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I was still connected to CFN, but it saved my rank points because that was going to be bus ass there. I'll tell you that. But we got, hopefully not more bus ass. We're going to get Madgear versus Fluxwavez.
Shoutouts to RuDaGawd. You know, I see that you put in there loss as expected. Even if that's true, at least you showed up, right? Like, you made top 8 in tonight's bracket that was pretty stacked. So, you know, give yourself some flowers because that was a good showing. And there's always next week, right? Every single week this tournament's going to be going on. Street Fighter 5.
I'll probably fold. I will most likely fold.
He's a big song. Yeah,
that is true. But shout outs to everybody who's come out here tonight, everybody who's used the Matcherino codes. I don't know how many we have left at the moment. I'm not going to look until after this game.
We have 14.
Chat, he spoiled it, chat. I was going to say you have till the end of the game to use as many as possible.
Yeah, till the end of the game to use as many as possible.
True. That is still true technically, but 14 is the number to beat. And this is actually a Flux matchup specific pick here, Houseman. They particularly like Mika in this matchup because Poison, not great.
I mean, to be fair,
in this matchup,
the
nobody
parry
clipped that out of context.
the parry makes things a little awkward, and on top of that, some of the armor options that Madgear has.
Even the range option, like the range is a little troublesome, right? If you whiff punish the whips, but we're also getting the V Trigger 2 Mika edition. That is again Flux picking it for this matchup, forcing out the V reversal. Nice punish, airs to airs.
So it's like a tick on you. Like, you just can't get Mika off once she's on top of you. It's just so tough to keep her away. Tries to get in with a meaty style Peach. Gets hit by the mic, but only to parry the jump follow.
Yeah, that was Madgear recognizing the situation in front of him. The microphone into the jump has been a pretty standard option, but you cannot be pulling out the microphone that close. It's got big legs.
Okay, just holding this pressure in the corner. Flux, sitting tight.
Yeah, no real fear. Gets the activation after the shoulder roll, but cross-side. Bop, bop, bop.
The inverse is severe. Oh, that's dead. Just
that was a
no, we're not catching.
Punish. Yeah, a little bit of greed, but it works out in the end.
Yeah, you know what? Cheers to that. Having more meter at the round start is really important, especially for Abigail.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it opens up the potential for the next CA opportunity, but that jump a little short. Jump arc of there it is. Let's say jump arc of Abigail's not amazing. You know, big character, big buttons, but slow jump arc. Oh, no punish on the EX whiff.
Gets in with the EX Brimstone. That's a hard knockdown. Guaranteed guess. Ooh, okay. Goes for the meaty drop kick, which Madgear's able to be.
Nice check on the dash up. And I do like that Madgear's spending the V reversal to get out of danger, right? Like, we've always talked about how important this trigger is for Abigail, right? But the fact that you're willing to just let it rip to stay, you know, in a better position for potentially later means a lot. Can't reversal that, chat. You gotta V shift it.
He just went. I mean, that is a tougher. Honestly, that's a tougher situation, because if you V shift where the command grab's going to land, then the chair will come later and it might catch you. Like, the timing's super wonky, but like, just Flux was like, I got my girl backing me up. I'm going in.
Yeah, you know, power of friendship and all that working out in the end for Flux. So what happens when it's a 2v1, right? If you look at all the 2v1 characters in fighting games, they're kind of broken, right? We got Zato, we got Mika, we got...
No, I didn't even catch the birthday. Okay, all right, we gotta call him.
Oh,
no! Second hit of that just didn't work.
Oh,
thankfully, jump
down
back.
tech buttons though, working out for Madgear.
Holding up there. Okay, we're keeping the corner. Fluxwave waiting for the opportunity. Unfortunately, doesn't give him much. Whiffs the meaty and gets back thrown for it. Flux now brings out the chair.
Bop, bop.
Yeah, delay rise. I like it.
Yeah, it beats out the chair meaty potential. But now you gotta hold that, and again, the timing just too much for Madgear to pay attention to. Gets thrown out again.
It's a raw guess. In another timeline, Fluxwave, press forward, heavy punch, and Madgear died to that. We're saying, man, why didn't he just block? Why didn't you just block, Madgear? I don't understand. You're getting command grabbed all day. The delay press on the wake up. Wake up CA. Does it land? Nope. He gets a jump. Oh.
Yep. Oh, drops it though. But yeah, no, I did double check it after we mentioned it earlier, Houseman. It is in fact a 97 frame recovery. That said, this is 97 frames of damage about to come through here.
That's like that Lightyear's quote in Pokemon, where it just doesn't make any sense.
Listen, we're not here to make sense. We're here to push buttons.
90 frames of damage. Man, Madgear is whipping mad buttons out right now. Nice parry, but unfortunately, yeah, it's just not gonna work out. Whoa!
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Crushed.
I didn't realize how little health she had. Man, you know why? Because Abigail was over at the life bar. I couldn't see the life.
Yeah, this character's stupid. Again, just too far away for the second hit to come through.
Wow. Just a stop on the first jump. Yeah, very nice.
And I like that.
Is trying to find opportunities where he can get in without Madgear interrupting with those lights. And it's clever, but it's not fully working out this round.
It's not fully utilized either. But I really like the jump air-to-air option for Madgear because Flux is able to change the timing on their air normals. And so they were beating a lot of the parry attempts, but now the timing is definitely in favor of Madgear's. They have the corner control.
Ooh, this is big. Not just for the side switch, but also for the mix. Thankfully, a second mix is a little off-timed, letting Madgear get the corner, gets for game, and the guess is getting hit. Madgear taking game number 2.
Yeah, great stuff there from Madgear, recognizing that they can mash on Wake Up to be successful. They're going to be, living up to the Abare. It worked out too, right? Like, not only did it end up getting them a side swap, but they were still then able to get the Crouching Light into the sequence to close out the round, close out the game. They're on the board. And I don't think Flux will ever change away from Mika in this matchup. It's been a very successful pick in the past. It will continue to be a very successful pick in the future. But right now, it's looking like Madgear is getting a bit of a read.
Okay, there you go. Softly's bringing up Tyre in the chat. Tyre is... Yeah, he needs good... Abby needs good anti-airs to be really solid.
Honestly, Madgear loves Tyre. I feel like this is one of the rare matchups that they're not using it, and that's just because the parry on the anti-airs is so strong, as we see here.
Yeah, it's tough. But you know what? He's making it work. He's putting on the business tie, the business suit with V-Skill 1, and it's working out.
Listen, chat, you don't always get to do what you want to do. Sometimes sometimes you do the thing that you need to do.
Shocker. MrMostafles is asking for the cool V trigger and skill in the chat.
It happens. It works out. Oh, is that stun?
Jesus Christ. This might be dead. No, he doesn't have bar. He needed one extra bar to kill. Good blocking, but unfortunately, walk-up command grab is going to seal the deal. Remember back in the day when Abigail had good command grab range? Yeah, that was dumb.
I'm glad it doesn't exist anymore. This was those were the dark days. I don't know if you were there, Houseman, but
I was. I brought it up.
I was transitioning into a different sentence, but I was gonna say I don't know if you were there on Friday, I believe it was. We were hanging out with Hizzle and some other people and Nelbomb, and we were talking about the worst, most broken characters in the history of Street Fighter V.
Ooh, that's
and there were some good ones, like we talked about Season 2 Akuma. We talked about some other,
Season 1 Mika better get brought up. That character was mad busted Season 1.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think it did.
Well, you all are stupid, but anyway, continue.
But so then we talked about, release Abigail, and we were like, man, that was broken. And Hizzle reminded us that it got even worse after the next patch, and Abigail was even stronger. But chat, that makes 7 times in like the last 5 matches that I've been wrong, as we do see the character swap coming out from Flux, going from the Mika pick to the Poison pick. Tonight's just not my night, I guess. I'm all over the place.
I mean, it's not like he said he was never going to pick Poison. He just didn't start with her. And to be fair, again, it's an even matchup, which for Poison might as well be a losing matchup, because she wins so many other matchups.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. But I think the anti-air options might be a bit better here from Poison, right? Like, we all know about Crouching Medium Punch. We got the Air EX Raid. Like, we got other button options. Whereas, like, it wasn't really a utilized option on the Mika because they were so busy trying to get the microphone charge.
That, as well as at least Poison can do damage from a far enough distance that like, if he has a life deficit, he doesn't need to go in. You know what I mean? Like, so much of the damage that nice block. So much of the damage that Madgear was able to get.
Oh no! That's crazy. I'm actually at a loss for words at that. Double EX heart rate just for the meter dump. Gets the forward throw, and with all that gray life, you are dead.
I mean, yeah, like the fact that you don't have to necessarily go in must be a nice change of pace. This is big punish. Yep. Minus 23, ladies and gentlemen. Why? I don't know.
Listen, that's a lot of mass to be moving around as Abigail. It makes total sense that all their good stuff is super negative.
I mean, yeah, but he spends a bar for it, man. Like, it's not like it's free.
Listen, mass requires timing. You know, you can't get around physics, chat.
I mean, at least he still gets critical art parry.
Why do you think Geef is so bad? It's too big.
Too big. Too big to fail. Unfortunately, Flux right now looking to disprove that. We're 2-all in the set.
Yeah, listen, Abigail, not a bank. The government doesn't care if he fails. He's just a lowly shop owner with a mechanic on the side.
Oh my god, too real. This is too real now. This is upsetting. Casa, can we fire Doctor for making me upset? You have a guest, and you've made him upset. Anyway.
That is the price of admission. Honestly, Houseman, I thought Bunch would have warned you before you entered the door.
There was no warning. There was no warning.
All right, well, you know what? Just never mind. I was gonna go somewhere else, and that would not have ended well. But it's okay. You know, sometimes you don't have to be warned about things in life. They just happen to you. As we do get another strong round start coming through here for Fluxwavez. EX heart rate is going to get V reversaled. That was a really low to the ground anti-air. That was crazy.
I mean, despite it being a low jump arc, like you do have to be really fast with the anti-airs because Abigail's jump is so shallow. And Flux has been doing a pretty good job, but it hasn't stopped Madgear from bullying him into the corner. That being said, a beautiful jump in over the crouch medium punch is going to let Flux pretty much get a guess for game scenario.
Ooh,
what a tech.
Yeah, that throw is definitely going to be enough to close it out, but now there's meter on the table for both sides, too. Look at that. Activation coming in here from Madgear. Checks with the dash. Ooh.
Yeah, you take that throw. You take that throw any day of the week.
Block it. V reversals off. Interestingly, I was going to say put some full screen again, but Madgear just went for the raw trigger charge. No setup, no potential, and listen, that is an obvious jump arc.
It is. At the same time, Madgear lets that rip a little early. It will catch him.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, just a good call on Flux's side.
Even if it goes later, right? Like the jump arc would have been shallow at that point.
Possibly. I think that was the unblockable, so it was the dedicated one. What are we doing? What are we doing here? We're doing just full screens, effective sweeps.
Oh, punches right through the whip. Big starter, big damage. What's the setup afterwards? Oh, just too far away for the meaty. Lots of damage.
Yep.
Oh, you're still gonna burn. You're still in there. Abigail's a big character.
He kind of wants that though, because now he gets V-trigger.
Oh.
He shouldn't activate. He shouldn't activate. He should activate off the next hit. Good job. Gets the activation there, and that'll be the kill. Madgear and Flux now on set point.
And that was some nice adaptions coming through from Madgear. Honestly, the second game against the Poison has looked quite a bit better than the first. Right? Like the small little adaptions comes through. Madgear's obviously played against this character before. That it just takes a second, right? Like there's a lot to pay attention to in this matchup.
Yeah, and one unfortunate. I think he got a little frustrated that he missed the punish opportunity and got a little anxious and tried to rush with the EX. Thankfully, this time it lands, more or less evening out the life. Slight lead for Lux, but it's Abigail, man. Once that V-trigger gets going, you could easily die off of a 2-touch.
Yep, and that is one touch away here. The V-reversal actually gives it over. Activate.
Guess for game. EX command grab kills. Nice.
Oh, the wake up jab check. That's crazy. CA is available here for Flux, but I don't see that being an option unless they get the really big hit right now. Oh, you gotta watch out for the throw.
Okay, so
that should be it. Yep.
Yeah, that should be it. Smart on Flux. Some people, I've seen a lot of people panic in that situation and go, oh, even if he has armor, I will just critical art. But the V skill, yo, Brian F with the huge party raid.
I was gonna let you finish your thought, then I was gonna let go.
No, screw that, man. We gotta talk about this right now. I was gonna talk nerd crap.
All right, everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. Brian F's my friend. Everybody move out of the way. Move out of the way. CLG Brian F is in the house.
That's the character select mix up. I lose every time. Okay, we're good.
Come on, Capcom. Let us in Street Fighter 6 see what's going on. But either way, We're going to be heading into this, and this is another kind of interesting matchup, though, right? This isn't one that we see very often. We obviously see Poison a lot here at Casa because, you know, Flux is a mainstay, but not often do we get this particular matchup.
Not too much. Yeah, that's enough for a punish. And even though, yeah, Cats are still making their way in, life's fairly even after a little bit of damage here and there.
Yeah, I mean, the chip from the whip is just a lot to handle for Karin.
Oh, big counter hit. Thankfully, it didn't hit confirm it into even worse damage. Mailyn is just kind of playing it lame, and I kind of love it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the clan tag might be 0 neutral on both sides, but they're certainly trying to introduce some.
I mean, what footsies is there to play against a whip? Unfortunately, doesn't get the anti-air. Did crouch medium punch instead. I think maybe they were expecting Mailyn to walk up and press a button, and that gives Mailyn round 1.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about, you know, potential neutral and footsie options with the whip, but as we've all seen, Indiana Jones, when even threatened with neutral, just pulls out a gun. And that's what EX heart rate is in this matchup.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay, I see. I respect that. I respect that. Ah, man, Cats is trying to make the slow approach. Finally gets a counter hit off the stand light kick into a good combo in the corner. And now you're playing his game.
That said, we get the activation through here with Mailyn. Tried to dash through, but Cats was ready for it. Just puts him right back on that P2 side. Has a trigger of their own, should they decide to pop it.
This can be the tough situation for Poison. Thankfully, has bullied their way kind of out of the corner, but Cats has such a significant life lead that Mailyn can't afford to really waste any resources. Unfortunately, that was a 4 medium kick. I wonder if that was... I don't know what that was from Cats, but it has evened up the life, and Mailyn is in a pretty good scenario now.
That V reversal almost feels like a mistake at some point because, like, the Molotov came out, and it was, like, literal a max distance connection after that V reversal. If it had been even a couple frames further away, it would have been a full punish and probably been the kill. But look at that. 2 more V reversals right on the screen, right in a row. And that life lead that Cats had is no longer.
Thank God it paid off. I was gonna say you were saying greedy on the V reversals. Mailyn, like, trying to force that situation, had to be aware of the V reversals as an option. Really depleted their life, and thankfully it paid off. Thankfully they were able to get another hit. But takes game 1, not without sweating though, not without worrying about the Karin. So we'll see what adjustments Cats can make if they want to keep in this tournament. Nice anti-air.
Yeah, this is loser side, by the way, chat. Both of these players have had their opportunity in the winner side, and this is where they find themselves regardless. Stun meter just about gone from Mailyn, and Cats is trying to approach, right? Like, they're still trying to get something done, but the whip damage plus the crouching medium punch is sometimes too much to deal with.
I mean, it's tough. Poison dominates the neutral for a reason, and it's because of all of her options that are available to her. You really have to make a big call out if you're going to open up a strong defensive style player that picks this character. Ooh, like that counter poke there. Had the buffer, not optimal damage, but at least gets a knockdown that is good enough to get the throw.
Yep, you do have to watch out for the activation attempt from Mailyn, because if they do it on block, oh, great sweep attempt. It came through, but oh no, they actually get it on hit, which means you might just die.
Yeah, thank God for that fire unscaled damage. It's unscaled. Like, it just does great. It's unscaled.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I'm not. Up. It's messed up, man.
Listen, coming from MOBAs, we call that true damage. Completely unblockable. You just gotta hold it and watch your life drip away. But look at that. Great whiff punish.
Shimmy on the opponent's meaty. That is stellar play there from CatsNamedFlash.
Yeah, and I wish Cats was more active when they had the life lead. That's really the only thing I'm kind of wishing for them, because like they'll get like any type of life lead and they'll literally just down back mid screen, and then, you know, Mailyn's like, all right, I'm gonna chip all of your HP away because I have a whip. And there's nothing you're willing to do about it at this point. And when you do jump at me, I'm going to crouching medium punch you and take away even more health. And now all of a sudden you're in the deficit. And now look at you. Like, Cats had a life lead not even 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, I mean, definitely lost a big chunk of it to the jump in attempts. Wow, last minute. But here's the thing. If enough meter gets built, that could be a really dire situation. Yeah, unfortunate. The immediate challenge from Mailyn knew he was going to build meter off of whatever block string he was going to go into critical art for the chip. And we're at 2-0 in the set so far.
Cat's still trying to fight his way, but yeah, it's without having just absolutely dominating momentum. Mailyn's able to reset to neutral and just make things pretty much free for him.
Yeah, that is rough, right? What are you really supposed to do in that situation? You're still trying to press the issue in the corner because you know that if you can get a solid hit into critical art, it's the round. But the jab checks are still always on the table.
Ooh,
nice V reversal. But once again, Cats find themselves in a deficit. Nice counter hit. Now they're in the lead.
So this just walking, as opposed to trying to force it with the jump in, was going so well. Thankfully, the stand heavy punch whiffs, gets the shimmy, but doesn't actually cash out on it.
That's okay. We get the regular throw, and now Cats is able to finally put together the one little sequence they needed.
Yeah, a little bit of a round. Gets hit by that. Wow, just challenges immediately. I don't know what Mailyn was going for. Maybe trying to catch a delay tech, but CatsNamedFlash just running away with it now. Runs into that roundhouse, unfortunately. Trades with the anti-air, but still has the life lead.
But again, every little bit counts. We got trigger on both sides. CA is available for Mailyn. And, oh no.
No, this is not dead.
No, next touch
That's
will
dead.
do it.
That is dead, no doubt about it. Nice.
And they were able to do it with only 1 bar of meter, which means they are coming into this next round set point stacked with meter behind them.
Cat's throwing out some big buttons there, having to hold the plus frames and then getting hit by the low. I still love the walk forward. Unfortunately, going to get punished for the greedy sweep.
This is looking kind of rough here for Cats. Only 30 seconds into the round.
That's not dead, but
not
it's
dead.
a lot of damage.
Not stunned either, but I mean, Mailyn knows that you can't build meter if you're already capped out. There's no over meter here. So cashes out, makes it a one-touch game for themselves, and the chip just continues forward. And this is what we call checkmate, folks.
It's not check. It's just a really dire situation. Nice knockdown. You're gonna take the throw here, absolutely. Oh, okay. Crouch fears.
Yeah, you're gonna take the throw every single time. Oh wait, this could happen, chat. I've been wrong 7 times already tonight.
Don't
like the
kill
V
him.
Reversal.
Don't kill him with the EX overhead. Do not do that to this man.
Oh, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. EX hit.
Oh, okay. No, we're good. We're good. Stand leg kick. It's tough.
That's a tough thing to have an answer for. But I'm trying to see.
Oh, it was close. Had him in the corner. Unfortunately, yeah, the V reversal was going to push him a little far away, and he tried to avoid it with the step back from the Rekka, but poison.
To be free money the whole way down the board. There's follows, surveys, there's retweets, there's subscriptions to YouTube, which are all free to do. They only take a second as well, and you support tonight's players. And honestly, tonight's matches have been insane. So we're heading into the loser side matchup here. This is going to be Fluxwavez versus Hardman. Andalaa, otherwise known as, who had a bit of a rough time in the Kolin mirror match earlier tonight.
Yeah, definitely did. That being said, this is a matchup that I think some poison mains hate because Kolin has that advancing, she has an advancing parry in V skill 1 and pretty good movement options. But you know what? Fluxwave's dealing with it pretty well and is sticking with the poison, getting a nice hit on that activation. Unfortunately, gets caught by the dash forward low.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a matchup that Flux is fairly familiar with, not only just here at the Casa because these 2 players are here often, but I mean there was a period of time where Kolin was a little bit more active than she currently is. So we've definitely played the matchup before. Oh, I thought that was gonna connect, but that is even a crazier connection. The fact that that was like right there.
It was just right in your face, man. I mean, that being said, if you move when that crouch heavy punch is coming out, you're going to get hit. Flux with the anti-airs and hits him with what? No, Flux, you're insane. You hit him with crouch fierce at close range to call out the medium parry. You're an insane man.
Chat, St. Cola even used a coupon code. Are you going to let him have that classic Casa number 10 NFT of a coupon code without one for yourselves?
Damn.
Don't let him have that. He will hold it over you.
Cola trying to make me almost man now, too. Hate to see it. Hate to see it.
It's the commentary sabotage. He's just trying to, you know,
Trying
get
to
there
eliminate,
ahead of you.
yeah, trying to eliminate the big competition that is Houseman. You know, that's how it is. Nice anti-air, doubles
double?
the double.
What? Oh, but the parry coming through, that's exactly what you were literally just talking about, Houseman.
What can you do, man? Sometimes, like, I will say Andalaa does like to throw that out in the scramble situation, and it makes a lot of sense because people are just going to press a button hoping you're running into it, but lo and behold, you're hoping to run into their button.
Oh, they're mashing. This matchup is full on a barre. Oh, that time doesn't work out. Stun bar now completely depleted on Flux's side. Oh, they tried to escape, but those are long arms coming out of the Kolin.
And it's just not working out, unfortunately. That being said, Flux is at least out of the corner, does have the life deficit, and he just runs into the stand fierce, yelling.
That stand fierce is actually hitting so deep in the approach of Andalaa that it honestly feels like Flux should just be getting knocked out of it. I'm still surprised they're not.
Yeah. Flux catching the landing frames with the stand fierce despite tossing the Molotov up. I can't say that it's working 100% as Flux wants it to, because he is getting, you know, hit in a few places that he doesn't want to be. But his calm demeanor and his control of the match is impressive, to say the least. And Hardman's going to have to work a little harder if he wants to unnerve Fluxwavez.
Speaking of working harder, shout out to Soulfist for the direct contribution of $20 into tonight's prize pool. That is just driving up the potential of this pool, chat. There's only 5 remaining codes, and Hardman is going to spend some amount of money if you can use all of those codes.
Houseman, you're getting us mixed up, man. Come on. Are you saying all of us men sound alike? That's rude. That's rude.
What did I say?
You said Hardman.
Oh. Listen, Hardman lost the round. They're already in a bad spot. This bracket's about to make them homeless.
That's harsh, man. That's rough.
Listen, evictions are swift in the Casa household. You have to be winning your matches, or you're not carrying your weight, and that's just how it is. Landlord Bunch is not here to hold your hand.
Yo, dude, you can call Casa a lot of things. I think landlord's crossing a line here. There you go. Yeah.
Check the tags in the Discord. It's already there, baby.
No, that's fair enough.
But round start, great here for Hardman. Looking to continue that pressure. The whip trade doesn't work out. Oh no, Hardman, don't let it happen to you. Don't let it happen.
Here's the beauty of that. Flux wants one more throw because then the shimmy would have killed. He's not gonna get it. Tries to jump over, gets hit on the landing frames. Hardman gonna take the round.
Final round here in game number 2. First attack going over to Hardman. Almost gets that jump in. That was right there.
That's what kind of sucks about Poison. You know what? Like Crouch Fierce, he makes the commitment. You think Hardman makes the jump, and it's like, cool, I'm in. Nope, recovers just in time. That parry doesn't recover in time, though. Gets punished by that stand medium punch into good damage.
Oh, and then a trip guard whip again. That was grimy. That was grimy. That was gross, honestly. Flux, you can't be doing that to people. They have families.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting. That is absolute degeneracy right there. But you know what? It's going to pay off. We're going to go 2-0 in the set. And
still first to 3, chat. It is all of top 8 is first to 3 at Casa.
Might be first to free, but it might be first to free right now because, oh man, this is tough. This is rough. I like Andalaa. I like watching him do well. I don't know how you outplay this man. I don't know how you outplay Flux.
It's a tough ask. I mean, that whip is deadly. And I mean, even look at that. Hardman's like, man, what am I actually supposed to do?
Let me just step back for a second. Let me think about this.
Yeah, this is looking pretty tough. Another round lead gained super duper early on here for Fluxwavez.
Okay, I like that sweep having the range.
Oh, but the wake up challenge from Flux. This is what they like to do in like later stages of a set, right? If they're having a good first couple games, oh, that was even sick using the time freeze to slip out that parry during the whip. Great start here. Potentially stun on the board.
Oh, not close.
That's
And we're on set point.
yeah. Set point coming through. And that's one thing you can definitely not take away from Flux is that they are very willing to cash out to close out a round. Doesn't matter if it's game 1 or game 5. They see that victory much more important than the 3 bars a meter.
What? Did you see them just walk into the crouch medium punch?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, he's gonna build V meter off of this combo too.
It's not enough to kill though.
Never mind, I thought he was gonna do V skill. He didn't have the meter for it.
Heart rate is +2.
Yeah, hits the low, but not the follow up. Yeah. I think this, I don't know if I've seen V trigger this set other than now.
Alright, back throw's a good starter there.
Oh, come on. I feel you. I feel you. Okay.
I lied, chat. It was -2, -2, not +2.
It is what it is. Fluxwavez.
Either way, you can get hit out of it afterwards. So, you know.
Man, it's rough. It's rough to say the least. Poison is just a character that if you don't
of them at Hizzle the bad guy, notorious taco hater.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. That is genius. Marketing genius right there. You're gonna see the evil live in action, but right now we're gonna see the evil on screen. We're gonna be didn't mean to call our winners finals evil, but whatever. We're gonna be seeing Sabo versus Asphyxiation.
Listen, it's the Demon King. Demon King Sabo. You can definitely throw some evil in there for the chat. And Asphyxiation, not exactly a great thing either. But either way, it's a great start with the crush counter there. And these two players are going at it. And this is a matchup that I think is actually pretty cool, right? There's lots of opportunities for the EX parry to come through from Asphyxiation. But outside of that, they don't have a lot of tools to just bust out of dangerous situations.
Not a huge amount. Nice view shit out of there. And you know what? It's fairly even despite the amount of swings that Demon King Sabo has been putting on Asphyxiation. Not so even anymore, though. Has the anti-air ready. Guess for game. Oh, you did.
Is that dead?
Yeah, that's dead. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Kolin got a lot of health, but not that much.
Not that much. Giant swing, living up to the name there. Oh, the raw slide from Sabo. It seems to be their favorite button of the night, and it really hasn't been serving them well in the slightest.
Wake up buttons again.
Be good. 50 codes used.
Hey, there we go. I gotta remember where my wallet is.
Oh, the activation came through, but the follow-up button did not. Oh, that was kind of silly. Just whiffing in front of their face. That actually hits because of the button option there of Sabo. Still alive, but it is one more guess for the game.
Okay. That wake up's critical art.
Oh
no!
That is punishable. It's not able to kill, but you're now knocked down against Mika, and that is terrifying. Dash up into the EX page. What's the next option? There it is, chat. EX giant swing coming through to close out game 1.
I cannot believe he made that comeback. I cannot believe he made that comeback with the dash 4. Mika's just have to be mind readers half the time, man. They have to know you're so afraid of the command grab that you'll do something stupid like backdash.
Here's the thing. They don't believe in SOCDs either, which means they can literally face roll whatever input device they prefer, and all of the options come out at the same time, and it just picks the correct one for the situation.
That's some slander I hear you just spent right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Speaking of slander, that critical arc and didn't get the backdash.
I wonder why that didn't wall slap. I thought that was supposed to always. Was he too close?
No, he has to backdash to create that weird screen situation.
Okay.
And the backdash didn't come out, but he got it punished anyway. Wake up parry, deals with the Sobot.
Lots of damage there on the board. There's the belly flop coming through, plus frames. That's dead too.
Oh my god. How many games is he gonna kill him with giant swing?
It's Mika, so all of them presumably, or at least pretty close.
Here's the funny part about that, right? At the end of the day, that command throw is a guess. If Asphyxiation neutral jumps, he gets absolutely annihilated for it. So that's why it's even funnier that he gets it every time. Frame trap, by the way. The whiff.
Oh,
misconfirm.
that's crazy that we didn't get the activation out of Sabo on the shoulder roll. Just kind of was like, yep, I accept my fate as being punishable. Oh, that's a nice crush counter, but no follow-up afterwards.
Gets out.
Oh,
He's
that was
afraid.
scary.
He's afraid. Keep it cool. Keep it
Cool, calm, collected. Not great. Not a great start. Forward throw.
Eating up now.
Activate.
Oh. Okay, oven's turning on. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, global warming's real. At the end of the day, that's what we know. It is too hot on this planet Earth. Goodbye.
Bop.
No, not enough. Cool.
I had a premonition.
That's it. That's dead.
Chip is guaranteed. So, because I saw them go for the CA instead of the stun, and I was like,
This freaking chair, I swear to Christ.
I was like, it looked good. It definitely, certainly looked like they had enough damage on the table.
He wanted the style. He had the stun.
That's true.
He just wanted the critical art kill, and it just didn't work out. Yo, parrying. Let's go.
Gets the corner pressure as well. The V-shift V-break, not going to be successful, though. The jump light beats out whatever option Asphyxiation had gone for.
He wanted the air throw, and yeah, a little greedy on the damage there. Gets in. He waited for a single whiff from Asphyxiation and dashes in with a command grab. Such a stellar tactic.
Yep. Great timing there from Sabo, but now they're on the receiving end of some dabblage. Gonna get the V reversal out there.
Ooh, big punish.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Triggers on deck as well. Oh.
You're not OSing your throws. You're missing out. Oh, no. He pressed the button while falling on the air reset. Thankfully not
One
dead
more.
off of this, but yeah.
Back throw certainly will do it.
Alrighty. Well, we're gonna keep on chucking along here. We're 1-1 in the set. That's only been 2 games.
That's
I feel like you know what it was? It was because Sabo took the first round so decisively, like he took the first game. I assumed we had already seen game number 2, but Asphyxiation was able to make the comeback in that second game. So goes to that.
Yeah, chat. I do want to remind you that if you see any cool clips as you're watching the stream, be sure to clip it. It not only lets you keep a thought process of the sets that you've been so kindly watching of ours, but it helps us out as well. Make sure that we can always find something super sick to share with our friends. And just like that, we're sharing stun bars, as this is going to be a good start here for Demon King Sabo.
Don't you feel like every time you get stunned, you're like, man, I'm glad stun's gone in Street Fighter 6. Man.
Except it's not.
I mean, not in the same way, though.
All right, I guess that's fair. But I was like, no, you can be stunned, and it's actually worse in Street Fighter 6.
It's way
because you
worse.
can't.
But you feel like you earned that stun. You're like, yeah, I deserve
Yeah, that's
it.
fair.
I deserve this. I wish
That is-
it should be
that is fair.
too much drive gauge. Whereas the other one, it's like, I got hit. Like,
A lot.
bro. Like, I got taxed because I lost my job. Like, that's what it feels like.
True.
Uh,
But into the corner we go. Brimstone. Stay in the corner. I didn't say you could leave. Oh, but that not great. Oh,
maybe.
great crush counter. This is gonna
Okay.
hurt.
Nice blocking from Sabo there.
Yeah, stayed same side. I definitely got hit. I thought they went up and over. Oh my god, the check again! Oh my god, what did they touch? Because they got crush counters in Oblivion.
Still not OSing those neutral throws, but he's just matching it. Oh my god. Who's the grappler? Oh, my god, he's
And now you're
dead.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that rude shimmy worked, but so it did.
I mean, that was the epitome of just take the throw, right? Like you take 3 or 4 throws, and then you're like, 5's the number, and all of a sudden your health explodes, and you're like, I did everything right. I took the throw like Jay Wong told me to. Why did I lose?
Uh-oh. Try to be cheeky with the V skill. Thankfully did not get punished for it, but at least Sabo has the corner.
Brimstone. Oh, nice backdash.
Has enough of the parry. I was gonna wait and see, and it lo and behold. Sorry, you tried to V reversal. You just ate 250 damage.
Yeah, I mean that was the second time we've seen that situation happen where we see the time freeze come in because of the activation. Nice vanity step to get out of danger from the V trigger. the checks on these slides from just everybody tonight is so strong. Once again, just belly flopping into nowhere, and you're gonna get punished for that.
That's so unfortunate. You saw the stand medium punch connect. You assumed he was going to the stand fierce and maybe even critical, or maybe he just wanted that big dump of damage, but yeah, misinput, maybe CFN playing tricks on us all, but you know what? No tricks being had. It is 2-1 in the set, and Asphyxiation is ahead.
Yeah, 2-1 lead already coming through. Looking really strong right now, whereas Demon King Sabo just simply hasn't been able to get the read that they've had on a lot of the other players here tonight. And, you know, a lot of that comes from the adjustments that Asphyxiation is making midway through the set. And obviously a liberal use of the parry. It doesn't hurt.
To be fair, some of them are pretty decent call-outs. Again, using some of the slowdown, some of the hard reads on the drop kicks. But you know what? We're getting this corner.
Oh,
Now the parry, and that should be stun. And not enough to kill, unfortunately. It doesn't have V-trigger too, so they don't have a second use.
but they will. Yeah, I was gonna say they will go for the reset.
He was willing to get killed by the command grab again. And so he shall.
Yeah. Although we do always have to kind of keep it in the back of our mind that maybe he won't die to the command grab.
It will be final game, final round, and Asphyxiation will jump the EX command grab for kill. That's when he will do it.
That'll be the best way to tell that story at the end. But right now, P1 corner control coming in here from Sabo, gets the EX Brimstone as well.
Does he jump? Oh, he
Shimmies.
tries to delay tech. Thankfully, not to huge damage. He didn't get it. That was his way to get the stun. Unfortunately, Asphyxiation escapes this jail cell.
And this isn't as big a life lead as you may believe, chat. As we are gonna slowly watch this just disappear. That was a reset as well, intentional or not.
Okay, gets another reset. That one much more intentional. And Asphyxiation putting himself on set point.
That one was a bit tragic. That was one of those situations where Sabo just couldn't make the right read. Crushed on every attempt.
That's meaty, so it's actually... That might have even been plus on block for all I know.
Frame numbers are a social construct for those of you in the chat watching at home.
There
If
you
you're watching at a tournament, however, those are real. That's the difference.
Alright, holds these. No
up and
anti-air
over?
on those. Yeah, no anti-air on those vanity steps, but you know what? At least it's not taking damage.
Yeah, I mean, imagine they're so quick that it might actually be a little difficult to get a real anti-air. That's a big starter, though. Gets the crush. Grabs him out of the EX vanity step as well. But, oh no, party started.
Oh wow, what attack. Dangerous, but thankfully the target combo whips.
Sabo, stop pressing buttons. It's your opponent's turn to play the game.
Okay. The side switch gets the mix-up, and Sabo, I don't want to say barely, but with that amount of resources at Asphyxiation's back, that could have been one hit into kill. So it's a close set. We're at 2-all. And this is winners finals. We still got a long night ahead of us.
This is looking really, really good between both players. It is winners finals, like Houseman just said. And honestly, both players are adapting very, very cleanly. You know, we saw the two middle games coming in there from Asphyxiation where they just seem to have the right read every time they went for the parry. Whereas now we're seeing Demon King Sabo throw in a few more of these Brimstones. And it's working out to great effect. Two. Was there a third?
Tries to shimmy, and Demon King Sabo just calls it out.
Try to go for the plus frames, but we're still getting challenges. Nice little challenge on the dash up again. That's honestly been the downfall of the Kolin players here tonight, is the jab checks coming in from, you know, both Fluxwavez and now Demon King Sabo.
Okay, get the whip punish on a crouch medium kick, something familiar for Asphyxiation.
Sets up the projectile. P1 corner control. Oh, that's a lot of damage. That is a huge, huge starter. Wake up buttons, though? Sabo, not willing to go out without a fight just yet. Where's there she is.
Super delayed. Super delayed.
But it did get the V reversal out, right? Oh, that was sickly. V trigger very low on the totem pole now for Asphyxiation. If they even They'll be able to get one as long as they don't die first.
I mean, it's Mika. None of her big, unless she gets like a raw
Oh
jump, none
no!
of her combos are going to kill off one hit. So it's very likely Asphyxiation will get retrigger. In fact, gets it off the crush counter and gets the activation that gives him his own set point.
Yeah.
Completely tied. Final round.
Up until that point, it was, I would say, in control of Sabo, but that one crush counter definitely doomed the fate of Mika players. Oh.
Yeah, didn't land the crush counter he was hoping for.
Yeah. Sucked the hurt box back a little bit and then swung forward.
Still is getting the corner. Is it going to pan out the way I said? Is he going to avoid the command grab for the kill on this round?
Early activation here from Asphyxiation, but they take back corner control. Counter hits aplenty. Oh, Sabo, you got to be careful with these dashes.
Jesus
Trigger
Christ.
gone.
Okay.
The instant overhead attempt from Nate
He
Chico
gets
to
the
jump in.
It's guess for game. EX command grab kills.
Oh, cross up, chases down the
He tried
V
to
shift.
avoid it. He tried to avoid it on the last possible chance, and Demon King Sabo calls it out, taking it 3-2 in the set.
Yeah, I mean,
Very
that was... Honestly, that was a really good situation coming there from Sabo, right? Because, like you said, they had optioned into the command dollars for the Matcherino. Again, it's just there as a goal. If we hit it, that is amazing. And it, again, 100% supports the players. But now that our ad break is over, thank you for supporting the stream, chat. Thank you for everybody who has hung out with us all night here tonight. We're going on 2.5 hours of Street Fighter action, whether we're talking about it in the pre-show or commentating it here in the during show. But right now, we're heading into yet another crazy match. It is loser semifinals, Mailyn versus Fluxwavez. And they're on the wrong side, but that's fine. It's an online tournament.
I mean, if you know these names, you know who's Fluxwave right now with the poison, getting crushed into the corner by Mailyn, who goes for the greedy second command grab, and it's Laura. You know she's dead.
Yeah, there's no worlds that you survive. No, sorry, I meant that according to the bracket, they're on the wrong side. Because if you look at the bracket, Mailyn is technically the higher seed. So that was all I meant.
Oh.
I'm sorry for I mixed up bunch. I apologize.
Just don't talk.
Yeah.
That's like the rudest
Go ahead,
thing
Houseman.
you could say that's the rudest thing you could say to a commentator. Just don't talk.
Go ahead, Houseman. Take over.
I'm talking right now. I'm laughing myself to the bank. We got that crush counter. No conversion into it, though. Fluxwave still has the life lead, and Mailyn doesn't have V trigger, a staple of Laura play. You know what? I spoke too soon. You landed. Spending the bar to continue to be plus. Too far away, but you know what? We make these combos happen anyway. Nice anti-air. Guess for game. Texas. I wonder if Texas will ever leave the United States, and then we can have Texas. I just was making a pun. Don't think too hard on it. 1-0 in the set.
I was gonna say I simply do not have the answer for you, but it does seem that Mailyn has the answers to Fluxwaves. This is one of the situations where it's like Mailyn plays poison, so they know the game plan. They know the flow charts that Flux is working their way down. So having this Laura pick on the back end as well, even though it is the main pick, just means that you get those whiff punishes available to your face. You can see the numbers, Mason, and you just have to execute on the game plan.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, and one of the great advantages Laura has is that, like, she's always able to build a good knockdown. If she ever gets a counter hit, you're going to be knocked down, and you're going to have to guess on the command grab. Right now, Mailyn has not been able to get that good knockdown, though, and because of it, Fluxwave has basically lost no life, aside from maybe a few V reversals, maybe a few trades. That's it. But here we go.
As you say,
Here we go.
Knockdown into the dash up, gets the jab check, sunset wheel coming through.
Yeah, it's strong V reversal there.
Oh, just the regular heel drop into the delay whip. Round on the board here for Flux. And you'll notice that both of these players hate their V meter. They will spend it at any given chance. The V reversals, honestly, are simply too good to pass up if you think about it, right? Like, if you have to hold this EX heart rate, that's -2. Flux gets to do whatever they want afterwards, pretty much.
Pretty much indeed, and unfortunately doesn't have the V meter to get off at EX clap or that well spaced clap. And now, take the sunset wheel. Oh,
into
that's
the wake up
mean.
elbow. Yeah, that is, as St. Cola would say, meaty no vegan. As we get the flamethrower out. By that I mean Molotov. But look at this. One more Molotov in the back pocket.
Yeah, makes it
And
safe.
it just-
Active frame trap.
It just counters. All right. V reversals out of the heart rate though, which means that you don't get a V trigger this turn, Mailyn.
That's honestly okay where they're at. Thankfully, only gets a small punish.
Yeah, that was nominal at best. But oh, that is a bigger punish. But he actually doesn't go fully through with it.
Yeah, maybe he missed the cancel. Maybe it was too far away. Uh-oh. That's, yeah, unfortunate. It's tough when you're in that situation. You get hit by the crouch medium kick. You're like, should I not move again? And then they walk up throw you, and you're like, I should have walked again. I should have pressed the button.
I should have jab checked. Yeah, that potentially could have closed out the round there, right?
Should've
If you
pressed my
jab
face.
light elbow.
Pressed my face right against the controller. Now I'm pressing it too late. We're 1-all in the set.
Yeah, I mean, Laura players do believe in SOCD, so they're not like Mika players. They believe in
what is
one
this
true
like-
numbers.
What is this like pseudo political smear campaign?
What do you mean? It's just simply SOCD, right? Like, you know, there's some input devices that are simply better than others. It's a hierarchy of needs.
How did that throw whiff?
Magic.
I see someone magic in the chat right now. Mufasa, how you doing, man?
Big fan of Mufasa the Third myself, but EX heal drop is going to be blocked. Slight punish coming through there. Now we got Molotovs. Oh, you're burning. Oh, you are taking damage.
Yeah, not enough to kill. +2, use that V reversal. Don't spend the other bar, because Mailyn obviously doesn't need V trigger. Oh, but
Yeah.
he does need your soul.
Completely scooped out of the neutral there. Like a delicious mint chocolate chip ice cream.
I could go for mint chocolate chip right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey.
Nice.
Oh, that was really smart stuff coming from Mailyn. Gets the knockdown into just the normal throw knockdown as well. Didn't have the V meter that time, so no chance at a reversal. But can't block when your whip's in the sky.
Carlton, are you saying gross to mint chocolate chip or gross to the EX elbow? Because you
Oh, no,
can't
it's-
complain about Poison's neutral control and then complain about the EX tackle punishing. You can't have both sides.
No, that's definitely for the ice cream. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, it's about the ice cream? Then
Yeah.
you're also completely wrong. But anyway, nice jump back. Mailyn's keeping this life lead. Good call out on the electric fence, though. The crouch fierce there.
Great crush counter coming through. Pressure applied, but V reversal instantly on deck. Oh, that one connected. One touch for game. There's the throw it throw. Look, I don't know what type of toothpaste you guys are eating. I've never had a mint chocolate ice cream that tastes like toothpaste.
Yeah.
Like it's a winter green flavor versus mint. Like they're just completely different.
You can't reason with illogical people. You can't. You just can't.
True. But
It's their loss. More mint chocolate chip for me.
oh, nice little whip. This is that range where it's really difficult for Laura, but a nice jump in gets the party started. And now we're in the corner. This is the Laura ball game. They can do whatever they want, whenever they want, as long as your back's against the wall. One touch for stun.
I
And as a trade.
I was literally gonna say he can't afford to trade. That is 0 on quick rise. So 3 frame to 3 frame, Flux gets stunned. Mailyn gets the game. That was a completely not unwinnable situation. You had to make the right read, but unfortunately, just challenging was not it.
I was gonna say, is the right read just blocked though?
Because the command grab's there. If you neutral jump, you get stand medium punch. If you forward jump, you also get stand medium punch. It's rough. It's a rough one to say the least, but Flux is going to hopefully not get in the same situation as we go into potentially final game. Of this
Oh, but another great jump in unlocks the game for Mailyn.
nice punish.
Oh. Big crunchy crush counter coming through. Gets the forward throw after the hop forward again.
Oh my god. People have said like, man, it's dumb that they had the grappler have a projectile. It's dumber that they made her one of the best counter pokers in the game. Like her counter poking is so good.
It's really good.
Oh my
God. Mailyn on set point.
And you know what's crazy is people can complain about these grapplers and these Laura players, but honestly, how many are there that are getting good results, right?
Too many in Diamond. Too many in Diamond. I'll say that.
All right, I meant tournament results, but all right, I'll give you that. I'll give you that one.
Whoa.
Oh no, that was the wrong heart rate. Went for the aerial version instead of just the grounded one. And life lead is still in favor of Flux, but we all know how quickly that can change.
I like this option of dash forward, crouch medium punch, because Laura's 5 frame. So if Flux is a little late on the challenge, there's a chance that they'll trade. And if it's a traded light, that works for Mailyn. Like that just happened right there. Just dashes forward, crouch medium punch.
That was a sick little sequence too. Punish the V shift with the EX Thunderclap. Oh, boot, meet face.
Oh, he went for the reset. Didn't
But
get
again,
killed.
As I say, it's really not that big of a punish.
He tried it again. He's like, maybe this time. Maybe this time. But no.
You know what? They got the lead, right? They're still on set point. They have some leeway here to work with.
Dude, it works. It's working so much. Dash forward, crouch, medium punch. The entire sequence must be like 22 frames, but it's tough to react to. Especially when you're looking for jump-ins.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't remember the last time I saw Mailyn activate V-Trigger. It might have been even before this set, because you're going to just V-Reversal every EX heart rate. There's no reason not to.
Speak of the devil.
Oh.
Side switch. Beats out the V
Crush.
shift. Get the game.
Sunset Wheel. Sunset Wheel.
Jesus Christ.
Pause. How? How is Flux so ready for that?
He you know what it is? He got hit and he's like, nah, I'm just pressing. I'm either dead or I win. I don't care at this point. Like, shoot. It sucks because you know what Mailyn was going for. He was expecting Flux to block, goes for stand light punch, tries to shimmy, and then gets called out on it. Flux has it even 2-all in the set, and I hope that doesn't deter Mailyn, who has been doing so well in the set so far. Goes for some Abari himself, crouch medium punch into dash on block, but you know what? That works.
Yep. And then we still got the wake up jab option coming through from Flux, but a huge jump in. Look at all that damage. And now you're in the corner. You got to guess. Lots of options coming through here for Laura. Interesting enough, we actually get an activation from Flux, and they're still challenging. What are you doing?
It worked last time. It worked last time. But now we're on set point again for Mailyn.
Yeah, and Flux has to win 2 rounds in a row, which honestly has been a bit tough for them. Like, look at last game. They didn't win them both in a row. They won round 1 and round 3. Oh. That was some crazy chase down.
Monster E saying she can't clap against poison. What are we seeing here? This is an electric fence. I ain't seen nothing before.
Yeah, that's like 7 claps in a row, honestly. That's crazy. I do understand what Monster Kakarot's saying. It does seem sometimes if the poison player is significantly better than the Laura, then that statement is correct. However, Mailyn is A, insane, and B, plays this character, so they know the matchup.
They know it very well. Has to be reversal. Has to be careful. Just jumps out. Holy cow. What a brave jump out from Fluxwave that puts them at double set point. Final round.
Screen is bordered? I don't know what that means. Honestly, Flux. Or Space Boy. Heart rate before the V meter comes up. Not going to get a whole lot.
Oh, the infinite? Oh,
almost. But one more for stun?
That's not. I don't think that's dead.
No. Laura does damage, not that much damage. It's just going to be a reset for the game. Might see a sunset wheel come out, or even an elbow.
This is going to be a huge comeback if Flux is able to do it. Not a bad start. Has to V-shift to get away, and unfortunately gets hit by the V-strike, or whatever it's called.
V-break.
Thank you.
There it is. Oh my god, the whip cancel into the jab check? That is huge, because that was that situation you were just talking about that Mailyn loved to do, the dash up medium punch.
But he has the life lead.
He does have the life lead.
It's 50 seconds. Oh my god, just dashing in. Flux can take this. It's going to take 2 hits minimum
but it's possible.
Yeah. The chip.
Yeah. All right. So here's the idea. I think Flux wanted to walk forward, do stand fierce, big damage. Unfortunately, estimated the range of crouch medium kick. So Mailyn is going to take it 3-2 in a set. Very well played on both sides. And that was just losers semifinals.
Yeah,
Holy
that being losers semis is actually crazy because that is a grand finals match, honestly, right there, chat. Like that is something that you could see almost on any other. Cleaning up all of our linkages, whether it's the Moobot command in chat, whether it's the social media posts, whether it's simply the ease of access of being able to type in youtube.com/CasaBunch. Imagine if you could just simply do that wherever you may be instead of having to use the YouTube search algorithm, which is a Google search algorithm. So that is not Kolin. That I'm not counting. I'm not being wrong for that one. That's not my fault. This is the first time we've seen this all night long.
Okay. Let's see what you got. Now, Mailyn is bringing out the poison this time. I don't know if that was for the Kolin pick or they knew Asphyxiation had this fight.
I'm honestly not sure. Actually, now that I think about it, you know, because we don't get to see the character select, so we don't get to see who locked in first, right? Or does that not matter online? I haven't played.
You don't get to see your opponent's character select. Wow, the close range crouch fierce, but you know what? It works out. Jumps
That whip
over.
that whip does damage.
Yeah.
Man. Falke health is not good. Holy crap.
I mean, she's a zoner. She's supposed to have lower health, and it doesn't help that Mailyn is just getting raw hits left and right.
Poison, crouching medium punch continues to be one of the best buttons in the game. Beating out the dive kick there, or the stomp, I guess, the head stomp.
God, I already hated this costume on Falke, and I forgot its alt even existed.
I was just looking at the flowiness, and I'm like, what is that?
I don't like it. I do not like it.
That is distracting, to say the least. But the EX heal drop going to come through. Gets a neat little whip trip, but look at this. Control. Look at the space behind Mailyn that they have to work with.
Bad trade for Asphyxiation, unfortunately. Another bad trade. The whip just does so much more damage than the fireball. Is that punish? That is.
I gotta give Mailyn some insane credit, right? Not even 30 seconds ago, they were playing a completely different character, right? And not even just a character, different, like, genre? Like, how I was, like, that's not the word I'm looking for. What am I looking for?
Playstyle. It's a different
Archetype.
Archetype. There it is.
I said it first. My credit.
Chat, who gets credit, Houseman or Landlord Bunch?
Now remember one of these people can ban you.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of them has a ban hammer.
I hear him just stretching in the chair now, getting the hammer ready. All right. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Kolin now. Kolin, I think it's better pick against poison.
Yep.
I wonder if the Falke pick was to counter Laura a bit. I actually have not seen much of that matchup, but I could understand it being that case. But lo and behold, we're at character select. We're going round and round, waiting for character select mix-up.
I would believe that Laura Falke is okay for Falke. I can imagine the zoning plus the one button DP and just general otherness that she kind of brings to the table could work out quite well. This time though, we are guaranteed the Kolin versus poison. Mailyn won the matchup, which means they are locked into that character until they lose. So potentially they could lose this and go back to the Laura, and we could just play, the matchup game our whole way through this first to three. But let us see how this matchup goes out. Crouching medium punch. It is still so good.
Yeah, unless you have some way of really calling out or really changing your aerial trajectory. Poison's so good at controlling the skies. They just have to be ready to know what angle you're coming at.
Which Kolin does have, an option to adjust the jump art, with the ice step.
A teeny bit, yeah. We could see that have play, but right now we're not going to see it because that round is going to Mailyn.
Yeah, pretty dominantly too. Nothing really happened to Mailyn that round.
Hmm.
And even if the ice step does come out, it's just an avoidance tool, right? Like you really don't get anything off of it. Like you get that one little ice sickle, but it's not even really comboable. So it largely doesn't matter. But neither does this control coming through here for Mailyn. Just so much screen behind them, and that was a very large button press from Asphyxiation that was well out of range.
Yeah, but at the same time, Mailyn just said, oh, okay, guess that's happening. But that being said, like, might be goofing on him a little bit. Asphyxiation does have the corner control and the life lead.
But look at all of that meter on deck coming through here for Mailyn. If they get any hit, it's donezo.
All right, shimmied on the last throw. Asphyxiation getting their first round, and I'm gonna have to pay close attention because that just kind of got out of Mailyn's hands. I knew I was waiting. I was waiting for that to finally be punished with the EX hands. Big medium.
EX heart rate, that was a great option. You know, we saw a lot of EX heart rate in the Laura matchup, and the V reversal just said it got off of me. This time, it is an actual punish option for Asphyxiation.
The crouch medium punch whipping was so strange. Mailyn made it work to their advantage. Unfortunately, they're going to be caught in this throw loop. This is a genuine throw loop. And the forward throw, though, breaks the throw loop, but Mailyn's still afraid to punch.
That time, they just kind of didn't hold anything on wake up, so they got jabbed in. Oh, the overhead, not punished.
No!
That's a tragic loss here as we do get the projectile coming through.
Yeah, I mean, all that was going to happen there was instant critical art. That was checkmate. He needed the hit into activation and to kill. And obviously the overhead seemed like the opportunity, but he just pressed a little too late. Very unfortunate. But it's 1-all in the set so far. Mailyn not doing too bad. And hopefully we'll do a little better if CFN complies.
Right now.
There you go.
Yeah. Nice little tap punish coming in here for Mailyn. But listen, they've started every round with such an advantageous lead. Instant. Yeah, I was going to say instant activation. It's not that crazy, but so does Mailyn now have it. We'll see if they... I was going to say, do they V-reversal or do they choose to use it? I think V-reversal in this situation is the right idea.
Well, here's the thing. They're getting most... that reset was unfortunate. V-reversal was barely an option because they took about half their life off of throws. Yeah. And here's the secret to strong characters in Street Fighter V, ladies and gentlemen. How good's their throw game? How good is their game after a forward throw or back throw? And how reliant is it on V-trigger? Kolin kind of relies on V-trigger a little bit. One of Luke's best strengths is that his throw game is fantastic. And yeah, Asphyxiation definitely using it to their advantage.
All right, no V reversal, because like you said, they want this activation to get things started. They do opt into a backwalk after these meaty projectile attempts, and I'm curious if they're scared to go for the cross-up option again. I don't see any reason why they would be, though.
Oh my god, not like this again. Oh my god, not like this again!
Over the contact buttons?
He might be dead. He could be chipped. And unfortunately gets hit by the back roundhouse. Asphyxiation gonna take game number 2. Again, like a nearly 40% of Mailyn's life taken by throws.
Yeah. And now that it is 2-1 Asphyxiation, I wonder if this is where the character swap comes in, right? Like we talked about how it could honestly go back and forth in the character picks, but we didn't see that after the first loss here from Mailyn. This time, though, we are back at the character select screen. Will it be the Laura, or is Mailyn just taking a breather, right? Like, that is entirely reasonable, too.
Yeah, it would be, especially when you get hit by that. The nice thing about Laura is when you challenge with that 3-frame, Jesus Christ, I hope you saved some life, because Laura is a fantastic counter hitter for a few reasons, one of which is her damage output on counter hits is consistently high, and especially if she has V-trigger to back it up. So Mailyn might be hoping that
because they can't control the neutral as well because of the V trigger 2 and the vanity steps. That, you know, forget the neutral control. I'm gonna play at this close range like you want to, and you're gonna have to guess as much as I'm gonna have to guess on your meaty situation.
Welcome to Coin Flip Simulator chat. As we do get the Laura locked in, both players going to be trying to, like Houseman just said, just make their opponent guess. Nobody wants to know what's going on in this game, and it's up to us to break it down for you. Nice little round start with Punish.
Yeah, challenges the meaty elbow. Again, if you don't think they actually landed the 0-1 hit, might as well just give it a little tap.
Nice little thunderclap setups coming through, gets the anti-air, and just stays same side. No worries.
And there you go. Instant stun.
All right, and I see Sabo in the chat saying that Kolin is cheap. I want you to look at that round and tell me, is Laura cheap?
I think he just wishes Mika had as good of a throw game as Kolin did, to be quite honest.
To be fair, this is loser's side, Houseman. Sabo's chilling in grand finals waiting for the winner of this match.
That he do. Yeah, he didn't block. Bam.
That's the answer. It's not cheap if you don't block.
Oh, it's cheap. Okay. Tech the throw there. Yeah, Asphyxiation not wanting to take these throws. Maybe still feeling the scars from Sabo earlier. Quick reversal of fortune. Mailyn evening things up 2-all in the set. Here's the thing. You get to go back to character select one more time if you want to. Do we bring back the Falke, the character that might have been picked just to counter the Laura?
Yeah, I mean, the lore is locked in now. Like, this is a game 5 situation.
He's gonna pick the Falke.
We are back to character select, and this is, you know, this was a read in game 1, right?
Yeah.
Asphyxiation really wanted to play the Laura Falke matchup. They didn't get it in game 1, and so they had to respect the poison in game 2 by swapping back to the Kolin. Let's see how it works out.
If he doesn't pick Falke, I'm gonna be upset because then I just have no reads here. I'm terrible at reading. Why do you think I commentate? I don't want to guess anymore. I'm tired of guessing.
Nope. I always am guessing.
All right, here we go. I'm anxious just about the character select. If we could have a vote, we could have a bet just based on character select. Here we go. And it's
There it is. And it's a different costume. Thank the Lord.
Just as terrible. Colleen, I mean, excuse me, Falke isn't like good costumes. I'm gonna be super real.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all terrible. Oh, this is the swimsuit one with the hat.
Yeah, the old German swimsuit. So
To be fair, I actually think Juri's swimsuit costume is worse because she has those knee-high boots. And it makes no sense. And the leather jacket.
Worse for some. Anyway, counter hit into plus frames. Doesn't bait out the DP that time. Mailyn still going in though. Jumps over. That bubble gum saved you right there. Asphyxiation.
Even goes for the pile driver to try and get the first active frame out, but counter hit not enough. Mailyn's still ready to push buttons.
What a check.
Activate. That's a ton of damage. And now things are scary, right? You had to guess. That's the mix-up, and you now are heading into set point for Asphyxiation.
He tried to challenge with something, and I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was stand fierce, it was stand medium punch, perhaps. It just didn't work out.
Little shotgun blasts coming out there. Falke was actually really good with anti-airs, right? Not only does she have, obviously, the one-button DP, but some of her normals are just godlike at it. That time, gave up. Didn't believe in the anti-air option.
Yeah, I won't lie. I've been looking at people's anti-airs a little bit more because I've been picking up her sheet, and I'm like, what matchups can I actually use V-Skill 2 in? Like, what matchups can I actually mess with people's game plan because of V-Skill 2? And I tried it against Falke, and it didn't end too well.
It didn't work out.
Her anti-airs are pretty darn good.
That was actually crazy. We saw that sequence from Falke earlier tonight, and it actually whiffed. Asphyxiation showing that they do have the practice and the timing for that V-trigger.
All right, has one more bar to spend on those EXTPs. Nice!
That was so smart.
Uh-oh, the infinite? No, just goes to the command grab and it'll kill Mailyn. Evening things up again. Double set point. Final round. taking off the whole entire clothing. you just done. You just
Shout
done.
out. Never mind. Using the double air projectile, shades, remnants, echoes of a long forgotten Shoto in trigger. But oh my god, the challenge on the thunderclap. No challenge that time. Chases down the V shift. One more for stun.
That's it. That should be dead. Don't drop it.
Plenty of charge damage. Oh,
Not enough.
but it's Laura. There's lots more opportunities to get this round win.
Oh, the V reversal whiffs, but Asphyxiation wasn't ready for it. Tries to stagger the pressure and gets caught by the stand light kick. Mailyn. Breathe out. Take a breath. Because you are now in grand finals against the Demon Kings.
Yeah. Mailyn finding their way back to these grand finals. It's been a minute, but what was crazy about that particular losers finals,
The Laura and get things rumbling at close range.
I think you picked the Laura. The poison once Mika's in, a bit rough to fight. And yeah, it seems like Mailyn agrees with that. Now, chat, you are quickly running out of time to support the match arena. We do have the direct contribution from Houseman to boost us up to $140 in the match arena pot. I know that you guys have more sponsor quests than you, though. Every little bit counts, chat, whether it's the tweets, the follows, the retweets, the subscriptions, whatever it may be. Every little bit helps the players at the end of the day. And right now, Demon King Sabo is helping himself to some command grabs. One more. Do a third. Doesn't matter.
Oh my god. So you mentioned like, oh man, once she gets in, Poison doesn't like it. Laura doesn't like it much better. Like, she has no DP. She has no true reversal. I think again, the big difference is that if Mailyn challenge is correct,
Oh my.
you can build a lot more momentum. Unfortunately, it just got reset into early EX command grab.
Yeah, this is a tough situation to find yourself in. And I mean, this is one of those, another matchup where it's like, you know, we talked about how Laura has really good counter hit options, right? Whiff options. And this is a great matchup for it, right? Because buttons are good, but given the right opportunity, Laura will annihilate them.
So far, hasn't happened yet. Thank God that V-shift narrowly escaped the jump in.
Oh, great challenge there. Gets the knockdown with the elbow.
Because he's not in V-trigger, he can't land lights or light elbow into critical art. So Mailyn has to get pretty much 2 clean good hits.
And you won't get a trigger this round from Mailyn. There's not enough health remaining.
No.
Unless they got a crush counter, but that is not on the table at this point, especially after that V reversal. Oh, great check.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's rough. So Sabo, like, again, when you're a grappler, especially like Mika, you can't always force your way in on the opponent. Sometimes you have to figure out situations where your opponent will stop moving. And we've seen this from Mailyn. Mailyn does have that habit of he gets hit a few times by like light things, not too much damage, and he'll stop moving because he doesn't want to get counter hit. He plays Laura. He knows how much damage counter hits do. Sabo kind of took advantage of it. That he hit him twice with the light and just said, "Okay, you're gonna sit tight, and you're not gonna move a muscle." So we'll see if that pattern continues.
Great start here coming in from Mailyn. Has the corner pressure. Oh, great timing change there on the jump out. But oh my god, the traded crushes now? That's scary. Super deep jumping attempt too.
Yeah, take that throw. V-trigger is a possibility, assuming you survive the brimstone.
I was gonna say it's gonna be the peach into the trigger activation, into the brimstone. Oh,
What are you gonna do? You afraid of the command grab? Got touched by the light to medium to EX peach.
gotta block. That's what it is.
Wow, that is just like, you're absolutely right.
But
At the same time, I would explicits are being said to you right now when you tell me.
yeah. We're definitely punching the air on that one, chat. We're all in the same boat. Don't worry. It's not just Mailyn feeling the pain. Everybody's found themselves in this situation before. Oh, that's
nice.
a big button.
So that's a really nice button to use. You don't see a lot of Lauras use it too often, but like, since Sabo's been throwing out these lights at this kind of range, even charging the roundhouse, the range on stand roundhouse not too bad.
I was gonna say that is a great whiff option or whiff punish option for the charge drop kick, but back throw off to the activation.
Nice.
Sabo. That's enough to do it. Sabo quickly at 2-0 in grand finals winner side. Do we get a character swap now, or is this the way?
I go to character select just to be like, all right, like, but at the same time, Mailyn has some good ideas. He's been counter poking a little bit more successfully. It's been just these kind of scrambly situations that get him in trouble, and God knows that's honestly what Sabo wants, because Sabo not only is pretty good at forcing the scramble, but he's really good at calling out just stuff that you only do once. That neutral jump only happened once to call out a drop kick, or even a soba, or whatever Mailyn was looking for, and Sabo was just ready with that EX Peach. Like, you get hit by stuff like that, and you're like, what do I do? Like, what do I press? Everything I do is wrong. Hopefully that's not in Mailyn's head, because that's defeatist. But you can understandably start feeling that way. So maybe that's what character select is for. Shake off those nerves. Maybe it's for the poison pick.
And we will see which it is in just a second. And yeah, I mean, another thing to think about is that Sabo was just chilling here, waiting in grand finals, right? Like, sitting. Mailyn had to work their way here, so their hands are actually warm, you would imagine. Whereas, Sabo, was potentially just kind of watching the stream, trying to learn, the potential options that Mailyn is leaning towards tonight, things like that. But now it is going to be this poison pick, and we'll have to see how ready Sabo is for this.
I mean, he's got rounds to lose, especially considering Mailyn needs a reset. Oh my god, he tried with a hard read call out and it didn't stun. Now Sabo's going in.
Oh, reset into the forward throw.
Oh. Okay, we're okay. We still have the life lead.
Couple V skills, charge that up a little bit. Power up the next move. The dash jab checks are kind of crazy coming from Sabo. They could be risky, but we get an activation. There's no reversal option for the heart raid.
I mean, you can just build meter and do chip. Yo, Idom with the raid. Thank you so much. We're in our grand finals, by the way. Let you know. Mailyn trying to burn away the life. Guess for game. What a tech.
Yep. Shouts to Idom for the raid. Everybody in the chat here, you love to see it. You hate to see it if you're a Poison fan, though. And look at that. Now it is tournament point for Demon King Sabo, looking to repeat their Casa championship from last week.
Oh boy, double, triple, quadruple. Finally a block.
But punish range available, has that trigger too.
Nice combo.
Crashing medium punch, always the option.
Is it gonna cash? Not cash.
Oh, so greedy, but it works.
You know what? I respect it. Mailyn trying to stay in this, giving himself a round.
Lots of meter. Still available for both players, though. Spends a little bit. Brimstone coming through. Oh, no.
Oh, didn't have the anti-air just ready yet.
Yeah, the timing on the jump out attempt there from Mailyn was honestly perfect, because you saw the button presses from Sabo, and they just whiffed on both sides of the jump.
Ooh. What a jump.
Oh, no. Lots of damage. Has trigger 2. Has CA.
I've never seen that set before. Guess for game.
Yeah, this really is guess for game. We could get an EX giant throw. We could get a CA. What's it gonna be?
Yeah. All right. You know what?
No, you're live. You're not alive? What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Chat. Oh my god. That was so much damage.
Wow. At the end of this bracket, at the end of Casa Bunch number 10, Demon King.
And y'all have the nerve to say, yo, let's get Mika back in here. Y'all
with drive rush. With drive rush.
With drive rush. Yo, you know what makes that win extra gravy? My man Sabo hit me in the chat and was like, yo man, I won. This is last week. He's like, I won, but you didn't stream it.
Just do it again.
And I
just do it again.
And I go, I promise I got you next week.